Great. The game starts. That was annoying. I've been reading a lot of annoying technical issues about this game. For a lot of people, this game crashes their PC. Mine just did. So whatever this new patch did, it didn't really fix things. I kind of hate that there's no way to guarantee that things work anymore. I get why. Technical things are always complicated, especially when there's too many configurations. But it feels like a self-inflicted wound by an industry that hasn't sort of tried to go towards whatchamacallit, stability, and they've tried to go towards more money-making schemes. It feels like the industry as a whole has moved towards doing it so that we have the ability to make something look really cool and fancy and feels nice, but not actually fix underlying issues of, well, it's cool if it looks great, but the game crashes, so are you really having fun? This game also has a current issue where apparently some people saving in certain places, they can't continue the game, and so their only fix is please reload at an earlier save. And that's bad. That's really bad. So this game got a new update, which apparently fucked a lot of things. But it's always been like this even before the update. You could tell with the performance issues. It's weird, because the game is really good, but it just feels marred by the fact that it's not a technically competent product. Or rather, it's technically competent, but then it has these glaring flaws, right? And so it's weird to sort of see it. Sorry, technically competent is probably the worst word to use, because they made this game and it works very, very well, and it is technically competent. But when the flaws appear, it's glaring. Very, very glaring. It really doesn't work well. And it's strange because you would think, oh, it should be straightforward to get some level of guarantee that things would work. But the truth is, and I get it as a developer too, it's like, there's a lot of moving pieces, so it's hard to even tell. But it feels like there should be more onus on, not the developers themselves of games, but the developers of the hardware and the platforms to at least consolidate some things and just make it simple. It feels like a lot of it boils down to too many configurations that you can't guarantee a level of stability on. Also, 1920. This game has also had a lot of interesting bits about it. There's been a lot of things I've been seeing about the team that made it, Bluebird team. I haven't played any of their older games, but they seem to have not handled certain topics well. It's what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's what I've heard. The bit about taking bits of art from other places, not actual stealing art, but taking concepts from it, is interesting to me though, because I sort of do wonder. I mean, isn't that all art? Isn't that the point of art? Or a lot of art is to sort of learn from it. So there's bits and pieces of it where I'm like, I get it, but other bits where I'm like, I don't really get it. Remember, if you experience poor appetite, significant weight loss, insomnia, or hypersomnia, loss of interest or pleasure in usual activities, feelings of worthlessness or guilt, diminished abilities to think and concentrate, contact your health provider immediately. Sure. I feel great. I feel confident about myself, actually. I love myself. I love everything about me. Hey, kid.
There.
Laura! Wait!
Laura, wait. I'm gonna shoot.
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it.
Why would she run from us?
I don't think she likes me very much.
But why?
I don't know.
I don't have the answers, okay? Maria, I don't know anything. I think James knows anything? Hell no. But clearly, I'm the wolf going after the rabbit who's just trying to see some cool flowers. I'm the wolf in Laura's mind. Let's see how loud this is, sorry. Another thing that's annoying about this game, the other settings keep resetting. I don't know why. So we go upstairs, I'm assuming she locked the door. Can't go to her. So where's Eddie? How come Eddie doesn't care? I'm very curious to see their other titles. Because it's like, if it was that bad, how did they keep making things? And then how did it take so long to find it? But also, why were they pegged for the Silent Hill 2 games, right? It sort of makes you wonder. I mean, to be fair, Konami's not the same Konami. They never were the same Konami. Team Silent got disbanded a long time ago, but I'm just so curious about this stuff because so much of this is second-hand, third-hand, right? And to Folion said you need to experience it yourself. But to do so, it takes time and money. And so it's like, how else do people get their information? And is it wrong to get information from third-party sources? I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go to MK Ice and Fire. Hopefully he has a no commentary gameplay walkthrough of this game. That's weird that this is open. Let's go, Maria. I'm glad that you're here, actually. I don't want to be alone. Don't let alcohol shatter your life. Revolutionary method for treating neurosis. Guide to proper hygiene. This game really doesn't. It's weird because the game. People say it's a very subtle game, but even the first game.
What was that?
What?
Not sure. Better stay on your guard.
You mean me breaking the windows? That's just me. Even the first game didn't really feel subtle. Like, it felt subtle in some areas, but for the most part, it felt like you didn't have all the answers because the game didn't give you all the answers. If that makes sense. Like, it felt more like a mystery in the way that the things unfolded, which is strange. But then I was trying to figure out what's the difference between mystery and subtlety. And I don't know. They feel like two sides of the same coin. But also not necessarily two sides, two different sides, but like, they feel like the same side of the same coin, actually. It's probably the better way to say it. Second war is high, as the number of nurses is still be one short. With two of them dead and one just a fraud. The third would chop the firewood in half, the first was singular. The second were as high as the number of nurses is still be one short. With two of them dead and one just a fraud. The third would chop the firewood in half, the first was singular. So, number of nurses 0. Because one would still be one short. Singular. Well, I guess if you count, is 0 singular? Get in there. Is 0 singular? Why is this back? Follow me. Oxygen must not be turned off when you use. Maria, where are you? Please, please, no. Inside. Come on. Hurry up. Well, we got the key code, at least. Nothing in the drawer. But we have the note for it now, so it's good. And I'm assuming you don't need the number of nurses. I'm assuming you just need to know the phrase and the combination of things. Although, never been to the washroom. That's disgusting. But yeah, even the first game, it felt like more deduction than it was subtlety. I was paying attention for things, but I also wasn't. There were things that you couldn't know until you until you got to the end of it, right? So it was withholding information before it finally let you know the full gravity of what you were doing. Similar, actually, in concept to what mouthwashing did, where a lot of the information was red herrings, and so the only time you could know the story coming to life was by the end of it. It's not bad, it's not good, but I wonder, when does it go from mystery to subtlety? And am I missing something when I say it's felt more like a deduction that I was missing plots to, versus a subtle piece of media that I wasn't really understanding the flow of? Because I feel like I got pretty much a deep enough understanding of it, except for maybe Alessa's origins. There's like implications of things, which is kind of interesting, but in terms of who Alessa is and why she was split in two from the child, I wonder what that was. And with this game, it's like, how much of this is a part of the sequel versus like actually not, like how much of this is the remake versus the original? I don't know. So I can't even figure out if like the original Silent Hill was subtle. Examination room 5. Wait a minute. Sorry. So okay, wait. So we have this. The second were as high as the number of nurses. It would still be short, with 2 of them dead, 1 just a fraud. The third would chop the firewood in half. The first was singular. How many nurses are there? Maybe you need to know the number of nurses. Wasn't there a list last time of people who worked here? I swear there was. Very crucial patients. No. Neurosis. Number of nurses. I swear there was something about this. In this room. No shotgun. Weapon safety tips. Number of nurses. Or a photo or something, right? Wasn't there a photo of the nurses? Speak to the head nurse in examination room 3. Which is where we were. So I'm just trying to get like a lay of the land again. It's been a while since I last streamed, so I have no clue where I am anymore. But that's locked off because of that. We open this door. This is technically... wait, is this an examination room? Yeah, it is. Head nurse 3, she wasn't here. This door doesn't open for obvious reasons. So the note is the key, and that leads you to the thing. What do you do? So maybe there is no number of nurses. It's quite literally one of those stupid things where it's like a lot of red herrings in the puzzle, so you need to figure out what it is. I'm noticing there's a lot of use of red herrings. I'm not a fan of them just because like you make your own red herrings anyways. So do you really need more? Maybe I'm just bad at it. Maybe I'm just bad at it. Don't come in. It's my office. Close the door. Close the fucking door. Okay. The first was singular. So it's one single number. It all needs to be below 9, so we know exactly what it is. It can't be 9, because then it would still be 10, right? If the second were as high as the number of nurses. Oh wait, no, it could be 9. It'd still be 1 short. It can't be 1. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud. The second were as high as the number of nurses. It'd still be 1 short. So if there was 9 nurses, it'd be 8. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud. So do you consider the ones that are dead, or is it? It's clearly it's denouncing the one that's a fraud. The third would chop the firewood in half. I don't know what that means. What does that even mean? What? There's a photo of a doctor, but nothing about nurses. The second one is high as the number of nurses. It'd still be 1 too short, with 2 dead and 1 a fraud. So originally, let's say they had, the number's 5, they would have had 8 nurses, because there's just too many things and there's not enough nurses. That's sort of like the meaning of that statement. So the 1 short doesn't really matter. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud. But is there anything that leads me to... Is there anything else that I'm missing? Anything else that I'm missing? Is there a nurse per exam room? How do hospitals work? Is there a nurse per exam room? Why didn't I go down the rest of the hallway? In that hallway. Yeah, why didn't I? If the second was the number of nurses, it'd still be one too short. So maybe we do need another number of nurses. Why didn't I walk down it? Right, because of this thing. Why don't you show on the map? I don't know. Second is as high as the number of nurses. Maybe playing Witchfire beforehand was a bad idea. Most of my brain juice was used in trying to aim. And I don't know if I have the brain juice to think. But at the same time, I could never solve the hotel puzzle because I didn't think to add a 0. So you know what? I need to stop thinking that the puzzles in this game are well designed. I need to think that the puzzles in this game require you to just brute force certain aspects of it, because it was like that from the. If I need to open my mind or close it. I need to close. I need to just close my eye. The second was as high as the number of nurses. The first was singular. Nurse. Nurses. The third would chop the firewood in half. I don't know what that means. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud. The second were as high as the number of nurses, still be 1 too short. So, number of nurses minus 1. Because 2 of them are dead and 1 is just a fraud. So it has to be above a certain number, right? Because there wouldn't be 0 nurses in a hospital. There would be at least 1. Presumably, there would be at least 2 or 3. So let's say the number of nurses has to be at least 4, right? But it can't just be 4, because then you'd only be left with one nurse. I think it's like... I'm going to say 7. Just work on the basis of 7. And then... That's the second. The third would chop the firewood in half. I don't know what that means. The third would chop the firewood in half? What? The first is singular, so it's 1. Oh. Like an axe. What does an axe have? 1 straight edge. It would cut the firewood in half. First is singular, so it's 1, 1. 101? 1, 1 something. Right? I think that's what it means. Because third one, it would chop the wood in half. Because it's flat like an axe. So it has a sharp edge. The first one is singular. There's only 1. It could also be 0. The problem is, do you get into... Is there like a philosophy of math? Do you count 0 as its own singular number? Or do you... I know. Fuck it. Let's assume there's no philosophy of math. Because I don't know how many nurses work here. It'll be 1 too short. Maybe there's 9. Not 911, is it? Singular. Cut the firewood in half. Like an axe. What else does an axe have? Or what else could... I guess anything could... The problem is, like, anything could cut firewood. These are rock. So what the fuck is the number? The first is singular. If the second were as high as the number of nurses, it'd still be 2 short. 1 short. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud. So if you work backwards, there's at least 3 nurses. At least 3 nurses. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud, it'd still be 1 short. But it's like, is it 3 out of 9? Is it 3 out of 6? You know what I mean? I just know that it's at least 3. The second war is high, it'd still be 1 short. The third would chop the firewood in half. What the fuck does that mean? It's 1 anything above 3 and something above firewood. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. Cleave? Like it would cleave in 2. It would chop the firewood in half, so there's 2. It's at least 3. Maybe it's 2? So it's 1 something 2?
Second floor?
No. Basement.
Oh, of course.
With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud, the second war as high as the number of nurses is still be 1 too short. So there's at least 3, but how do you get the 5 from 3? You know what I mean? It'd still be 1 short. The second war as high as the number of nurses, it'd still be 1 short. With 2 of them dead and 1 just a fraud. You know it's at least 3. But how do you know that it's 5 for sure, which was the answer? The third one was a bit confusing because it's like, it's either 1 because it looks like an axe or 2 because it cleaves into 2. And the first one is singular, which is always 1. But the second one is like, how do you get from this to 5? I'm still missing that bit. Like, though I opened the case, I didn't solve the puzzle. So what does that mean? Exam room 4, 5. 3, 2, 1. The number of exam rooms. Wait, so is there a nurse per exam room? See, that's a problem. Like, there's a lot of knowledge that you need to have to even decipher that then. So you need 1 nurse per exam room. I thought it was just number of nurses didn't have any correlation to exam rooms. Though I mean, it does because of capacity, right? But like, it's not like a, you know what I mean? You know what it is? My hospital, the ICU, like you're like 6 people in a single room.
Empty.
It's really
More
empty.
than the other places we've been.
So my experience with hospital is like 1 single room has like 6 dudes in there, and we're all recovering from some major injury, right? 6 people, right? Well, it's usually actually I don't remember if my hospital segregates based on gender. I don't recall. I'm pretty sure it does, but that's more for safety reasons, I think. Whether or not that's true, that's sort of I'm not really sure, but it is there. I think. But here it's based on exam room memories. That's weird. All right, Maria, follow me. Don't go far. Close up. What the? The animation's so funny. Ah, basement. Nice, good. Maria, why'd you run off?
Hey, this one's open.
No, don't do that. Stop that. Stop that shit. Stop it.
Nope. Doesn't work.
Yeah, told you. What was the point of trying? You freaked me out for no reason. Calm down. Handgun ammo. I wonder how this game especially explains the ammo on the floor. Like there's a gameplay mechanic to it because you need ammo to shoot your gun. But how does the game explain it in terms of the story? Why is there ammo everywhere? Because some games take the route of it's just a joke.
Generator.
But I don't think this game would just say it's just a joke.
Might get the elevator running again.
Do we really want to? I don't know if we want to. James? James? I feel like this game would have much more meaningful explanations for things than it's just a joke. It would feel almost dismissive of the atmosphere that's trying to build. Or to say it's just there because it's... Wow, what the fuck? Oh yeah, there's no heart rate monitor today too because I didn't shower. Like I'm clean, but I just didn't shower. So, I showered beforehand for something else this morning. But I've noticed that heart rate monitor thing, the strap, you really don't want it to go on if you're even just a tiny bit sweaty. It really smells after a while. So I'm opting not to. Yeah, well, it's what do you think, Maria? There's something funny about the heart rate thing. I noticed that my heart rate barely fluctuates, which is to say maybe I'm always calm, or maybe I'm always unstable. I don't really know. It sort of feels like a bit of both. But I know for sure what it does mean. It means that you get no value from it. Because it only really goes high if I'm trying to climb stairs. Running low. Bleach white laundry detergent. Starch white sheets. The amount of bleach you use is getting ridiculous, and sheets are not getting any whiter. I won't ask questions. Just end it. That's a pretty crazy phrase. Just end it. Be a monster to my left, actually, somewhere. Whee! You're very calm for seeing this thing. It's also weird going to this game from another more combat focused and much more polished combat experience. Because this game's combat really feels like a like it's just there. Not good, but it's just there. It's weird. Feels like an obligation that they had to have versus a thing that you really want in your game. I see you. So I'm glad that there's a shotgun soon and a pipe that did make it stronger. Because I don't think I would have liked the combat if it took too long. There we go. Open up. Good. James, behind you. Good shit, James. Good shit.
I think they're gone. For now.
You
Hey.
would think. I'm gonna feel. Calm down.
Don't worry. I'll be right back.
Follow me. Follow me.
Better.
I'm right here. You can follow me inside. Just follow me inside. Come. The door. That line of dialogue felt weird, but it does feel kind of weird of like how she's so. I mean, it makes sense though that she's worried about being alone, but she feels extremely worried. But she's made it this far, so should she be as worried as she is? Time expansion 1932. Pool. Mail award exam room. Pool? Why is there a pool room? Kitchen pharmacy. Pool? I don't think there's a pool there now. Shower room, restroom, laundry room. Director's room is now what? Back then it was the hall. All the best plans are some late to ruin when real usage Walks in there. Yeah, fucking kidding me. Here, come on. It's a bucket somewhere. I'm missing a bucket. The fuck am I missing? Where's the bucket? Or a container of some kind. Just some container. Where'd you get the container? Where's the container? Where's the container? What do you do without the container? Because it's done here. Oh, I don't have a container. Oh no. It's weird how good this game is and how bad it is too. It's weird how often you're just finding like a single pixel item somewhere. Odd. I've noticed this even like before. There's a lot of just finding things to use somewhere else. Which is true of anything, I suppose. You're always finding something to use somewhere else. And you're always looking for the best place to make use of something. It really does stand out when you can't find that thing. And you're stuck. Good chance to save at least. Bucket? No. I had no items I could use there. Okay? I need to read the thing. Wait a minute. The patch notes mentioned something about players getting stuck somewhere. I'm not there yet, right? I'm not at a spot where I could be stuck, right? I'm in the hospital. But there's no way that I'm at the point where the patch broke the game. I had to reload the game, right? There's no way. What the fuck was that? Did you see that? There was like a person there. That wasn't James. I maybe I've seen things. I see that you see that I started later in the day today. I did. Spent time googling all of you actually. I'm just kidding. I don't actually care. Well, I mean, some things I do Google about, like to make sure that you like I'm talking to a real person. But other things, I'm like, I really don't give a shit. Think of this as the old time. Oh, but also it's because the stream died. Silent Hill 2 crashed it. So, what did I Google? I Google everything about every single viewer. Because I'm always curious. Because you can find a lot from people's names. I found a lot. It's nothing that I don't know though, so it's like it's not surprising to me. But I found a lot. And what did I find? I found your political compass on political compass memes. Actually, so what's funny is that's how I know that the other chatter is a designer too, because they included their name and their link in their Discord profile, and I clicked on it and I was like, oh cool. And then I searched up their name and I saw their other design stuff and I was like, oh cool, they're like a really cool designer. It's weird how much information we lay bare. Please don't tell me it's because of this, right? Like if I search up the game and I look at the game, the labyrinth level, I don't even know what the fuck is a labyrinth. So okay, this is fine. After the okay, so what the fuck is the bucket? James. I do like that subreddit. There's always like fascinating things that come out of it. It feels like what happens when the because like if you think about it, right? People go to school for politics, And then, but there's still Zoomers and like Gen Alpha, so they're still gonna make memes. That's where you go to see the freshest memes that have this weird intersection between politics and thing. It's like having that meme of like cooks, right? The chef meme, where you have a picture of the before and after of spinach in a pan, could only have been made by like a Gen Zer. There's no other word. Same concept. Pretty much. Yeah, it's just funny to like think about. There's like no real difference between people, no matter what you're into. How do I siphon this? There's no bucket. Where the fuck is that bucket? I swear it's been everywhere. It is a container of some kind, right? Can't move this anymore. Bleach just ended. But there's no containers of bleach. I can't use it. There's clearly buckets here, but I can't use these. So what is it looking for? I don't know. Yeah, same with most other chatties. I've searched up everyone. I'm just curious, you know? Curious about the lives of my chatties. But like, it's weird, right? Because I disavow being parasocial, but I myself am parasocial. But I do it but I only disavow it because I know I can handle it in a much more healthy way. As in, I only like it's just a curiosity thing. Whereas other people they're gonna use it to like judge me, and like put me into like a basket of sorts. Or not even to like judge, but like to find, to stalk, to basically lord over. I've never been in these rooms, have I? Can't fucking believe I missed these rooms. Wait!
They're coming.
You don't say! I don't see these rooms. That is to say that I'm built different from all of you. But then is that true? Is that true? Is that really true? You never really know. I could be trying to find where you live right now, motherfuckers. No, I'm just kidding. I know. But it is strange. It's a strange feeling knowing that, like, you can find so much information about someone and form, like, your image of them without ever meeting them. It's odd. It's a weird thing that just knows about online stuff in the general. That does not sound pleasant. Oh god. Cool. Extremely flammable. Keep out of reach of children. Harmful or fatal if swallowed. Always vent container before use. Keep close. Emission control information. Scannically complies with US EPA emission regulations for portable fuel containers. 400 FR Part 69. What? The emission warranty is valid for a minimum of 1 year from data purchase. Oh. Bit too late for that now. I mean, even like, Fuck your legs. Maria, get out of the way, please. I'm begging you. But there's something fascinating about knowing someone. It's weird. And it's sort of why parasocial stuff in general happens, right? It's very easy to want to know more about someone because that's sort of a default mode. A default mode is socialization, is what that feels like. But I don't really know the science behind it. That's what it feels like to me. And it gets very easy to sort of do that in an online search, which gets kind of scary too, so. Thank God VTubing got really popular. All right, let's go.
Let's check out that elevator.
Wait, I need to get my daily dose of answer. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. Oh yeah, that's some real good stuff. Yep. I'm never gonna be able to walk ever again. Oh, so what changes here? Not just the elevator, the main room is different too. Boom. 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 He chipped it! Run! Hey look, a door opened. What? Weird. Oh, there's one thing I learned about Silent Hill 2 as well. This game is a lot of backtracking. Or sorry, this game is not backtracking. This game has, at least the original had a lot of the sense of you have to replay the game to know what the game is going for. I'm hoping this game, the sequel, doesn't do that, because I hate that. Why are the lights off? I hate having to replay games to get a sense of what they are. So I'm really hoping that you can just play this game once and you get an understanding of what's going on. But I have a feeling that won't be the case. Never been my favorite thing to do. I get why they do it, but I've never enjoyed it. Really hoping that I'm wrong. I get why they do it from a story perspective too. Because it's like as you know more, you can start to delve deeper into who you are, but it's the puzzle portions, it's the things you need to do, it's all the meaningless tedium in between that makes that feel so bad. At least in Nier Automata, I still hold this to be true. That game did backtracking, or sorry, replaying the game so well. What is going on with this light source? What is this? I thought that game did the whole replaying the game so well because you immediately jump to the most important part. There is no filler. All the tedium is gone. There was still some tedium in certain parts of the endings, in some endings, but for the most part, you were mostly right at the action. So good. But Silent Hill 2, I don't know how much of this I can replay over and over and over before I get sick of it, so... Get in the please get inside. Why is the number shaking? Why is it -1? Why don't they just say basement? Well, let's see lore. Beyond? Oh my god. Also, I didn't notice this before, but looking at it in like VODs and stuff, I know it sounds weird. She's a tattoo of a butterfly or a moth. What's interesting is that moths and butterflies look very similar, so it's hard to tell at a distance with low fidelity which one it is. Now, what is this? Over here?
Maria? Hey. You okay?
I'm sorry.
That's fine. What's going on? Are you sure?
It's nothing. Probably just a hangover.
Maybe you should rest.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. So comfy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go look for Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
James? I wanted to ask you. What if you can't find Mary? What will you do?
I haven't really thought about that.
Get back soon, okay?
Maria, I'm gonna teach you something very important. It's about focusing on the goal, on the vision. It's about focusing on what's important. It's about focusing on the most important part, which is the belief that my wife is still alive. You can't just say she's not alive. You want to sleep? Well, guess what? I'm not going to sleep. Why are you sleeping here?
Sorry, I just need a moment.
Yeah, why don't I just wait with you? Like, Laurie's dead. There's no saving her. I'm just gonna leave her? Take care of what matters most. Leave the rest to us. Toluca Palliative Care Center. Palliative being, when you die, no? It's like end of life care. When you're about to pass on and they take care of the final bits. They take care of the parts where, you don't really want to deal with it. Which is kind of sad in a way, because it's like, if someone's dying, sure, it's tedious. But when you want to be there for them, I feel like it's weird to think of it as something that you don't want to deal with, because it's getting in the way of everything else. But like, it is tedious, because it takes a long time for someone to like die. But like, do you really want to just abandon them at that moment and go home and play like, just bring your Steam Deck, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, like, just stay on your phone. Do anything, but leave them alone. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you don't have money, then you can have to. But still, it just feels weird. Hey, good. Like they're gonna die. You're never gonna see them again. You really want to leave them? What happened there? Hmm. It does make you think. It's sort of the same thing with elderly care. Let's say you're in a good situation where your elder is.
Where is that girl?
That'd be nice to you, right? Why would you want to leave them alone? In a place that's foreign to them. Unknown as a whole. Excuse me? What is that? Well, what are you? Is that a nurse? That's a nurse. She's like all bagged up. Why is she so sexy? Okay. Well, is that my assumption of her being sexy? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's crazy! No, I think she is a bit too sexy. Or like, not too sexy. Well, you get the sense that the game is using sex a lot, right? But it's sort of those traditional Western values of sexiness, which is booba, short skirt to go way above your thighs, which probably I've never seen this. Has this ever been a real outfit for nurses? They must have been infected back then, like constantly. A scalpel falls off the table and it cuts your fucking thighs open. You're doomed. And then again, the bag over the head, as if it doesn't matter. As if the head doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it is. It matters the image of a nurse. And then the legs. See that? The gyrating vagina. Oh man, that gyrating pussy is just nuts. That's crazy. I don't like this. There's like a breathing noise. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck it, let's go. Hello? I really said the best voice acting comes from those who die in games. Cinnabon. This game is for sure using sexiness as an element of it. But why the nurses? Why are they sexy? You are visitors. If you are visiting between the hours of 9 and 5, please be prepared to present valid identification. Why are doctors never sexy? Makes you wonder. Makes you think. Oi! Fucker. Well, I take that back. I've seen content with like doctors too, actually. But why here specifically are the nurses sexy? Why did nurses ever become like a sex icon? That is a weird part, because it's not uncommon to see like a an offering of costumes, right? The costumes are always a bit problematic. Of like, you have the nurse and the schoolgirl, both of which have very weird implications, terrifying implications. What the? I wonder if it's like the videotape from the first game, where it eventually opens up and becomes a real important thing. Her drawings. The girl, number 9. You think it's back. But I want to know when the nurse became sexy, because I look at my nurse with profound respect for keeping me alive. Same with the doctor. I don't look at them and go, I want to pound you. I look at them and they go, please save me. It feels weird, like it feels wrong. Doesn't say that nurses can't be sexy, but... Really? Feels weird. The goal's been reset to what we agreed on during yesterday's meeting at the doctor's lounge. Like I said, I don't want anyone writing it down in little pieces of paper for me to find. Be responsible, people. Basic IT. There's also an element of this game that's interesting. If you replay the game, you know the codes, so you skip ahead. What does that change about the story almost, right? Because presumably memory is a major important piece of this game. So it's like what happens when you play with the memory in such that, in a way where you remember things. Then like, then I can see the replay value being interesting, but still annoying. It's not good. That door is open. See it? That is beautiful framing. Look at that. Beautiful. Maybe because people want them to save their lives, they feel parental energy from them, so it's like a mommy thing. You also have to often get undressed in the hostel, so maybe also that. Yeah, but like, it feels more nerve-wracking to be naked at the hostel than it does sexy. Like, I've never taken off my clothes at at the hostel and then popped a boner. I've always been like, oh fuck. Like I know they've seen naked bodies, but like, dude, I don't feel good. Like even if you feel good about your naked body, it's like you know why you're there, and you don't feel good about doing it in front of strangers that you have to do it in. So it still does feel kind of weird to me. But I can see the parental energy thing. I can see the Dami mommy aspect. But even then, it's like, wouldn't you feel attracted to your doctor then? I feel like your doctor would have more sway over you. No? Because like your doctor quite literally has your life in the grips. It's like your Dami mommy. Huh? Stepping on your ballsack, laundry, dirty clothing. Wait, that clothing though, what does it look like? Like a towel or a jean? I can tell. So it's like, you know, it's like your dummy mommy stepping on your balls and saying, if you want to keep them, listen to me, drink your antibiotics, right? Like that to me makes more sense. Not to say that nurses don't help you, but like I don't think they can prescribe me things. Huh. Patient interview transcript. The following interview was conducted with somebody. I can probably see the name if I flip it. With somebody in response to incident 071. I remember lying in the water, empty. And then I felt him. Felt him stare. It was close. Very close. I had to get out. Had to get away. But he followed. He kept staring. So I made him stop. Now I'm empty again. Can we go back to the pool? Now I'm empty again. When they were staring at her, when they were staring at this person, I don't know why I said her, but yeah, when they were staring at this person, they felt like they weren't empty, like they had something. But they had to get away, they had to get out, and they kept staring so that they made them stop, and now they feel empty, so now they're going to the pool. While they go to the pool. Characteristically, that's a nice cup of tea, and it's somebody who really cared about writing things down and drawing things, maybe. It might be because of the agenda gap. That's a good point, actually. I do always forget about the agenda gap. Yeah. Yeah, doctors are like closer to 50-50, you think. I mean, yeah, there's like probably some stats on it, yeah. But like nurses, I do remember that stat where mostly women are like nurses. I wonder what the status for doctors. Like how many doctors are men versus women? But then it sort of makes you think, right? Why is that attraction? Well, I guess then you get into this idea of misogyny and like patriarchy, but like that, it sort of makes you wonder, why is it only on the men's side? Like, you would think, although I guess maybe that's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good. Because nurse is sexy to men if there's more women. You okay? Maria? You good?
I'm alright. I'm just tired.
But then why is the opposite not happening? Or maybe it does happen, but I've seen that content before, so maybe it does happen. And it's just because of the degree of things. Or are dudes just more horny than women? I don't know. I'm so sad you had to rate it. I'm so sorry you had to rate into that. I'm so sorry. Hi, ratings. How are all of you? Sorry you had to hear that. I didn't mean to. Maybe you didn't hear it. I don't know. We're talking about real deep philosophical things here, okay? Really deep, really philosophical things here. How's your stream? Alright? And how are you? I'm okay. You're gonna have spicy noodles. I can tell. I can tell. I can tell your love for spicy noodles. Oh god. With cheese. Oh, you got the new Samyang fire chicken bowl. Wait, really? Where? Okay, but is it like the one that you showed me where it comes with chicken, or is it just plain noodles and then you add cheese to it? Because that sounds good. With cheese sounds pretty good. Chicken bowl sounds amazing. Like always. Like always. But I'm glad that you're all here. It's the yellow package one. Okay, that's sick. You don't know, Narf has some really cool instant noodles that have like real meat in them. Oh, it's just a chili chicken flavor. I mean, it's still good, so. But yeah, welcome. You guys skipped a math puzzle. You skipped a math puzzle. Think about this. You came after a math puzzle, which means you're winning. Why is there a stage? What?
Beyond hope. That's what they keep telling me. My 3 patients. My 3 hopeless cases.
Hmm.
But I do not believe it to be a matter of hope. It is a matter of diligence, discipline, trial and error, of being as bold as one can be, to go as far as one needs to. I will find what it is that truly ails them, and I will cure them.
Do doctors pray in the face of evil, just as we do as people? For they are but people too. Oh no, we missed out on the math fun. I found the mathematician. The real meat one is the ramen from the brand from China. Oh, Samyang. Yeah, Samyang is the Korean one. Yeah. But I thought maybe you had like a different version of it. So what do you need? 3 straps. Okay. These are your 3 patients. Patient number 50. Designation 301.3. Patient room number C1. Sudden outbursts of aggression. Visual and auditory hallucinations. Current diagnosis. Current therapy is considered effective. Unprovoked outbursts declined. Social interactions improved. But then that failed. So then the doctor said, what did they miss? Recommendations. Continue with the current therapy. Water has a calming effect it used to. And that was the person who wrote the poem about going back to the pool. And who signed this? It was Professor What's-His-Face from the first game, no? Or is it the other doctor? Patient number 90. Designation 298. Room number D1. Additional symptoms are sensory delusions, and current diagnosis is insomnia, and they refuse food and water. Delusions persist. Exclamation mark, oil me up. It's even simpler. All you needed to do is you say oil up, and it immediately happens. Forced feeding and hydration is a recommendation. Bathing required to be carried out in the treatment room. Sleep medication, constant surveillance. There we go. Patient number 130, 295.3. Move to L1, which is someone in the first floor, but we don't have a key. Initial symptoms are intense and unrelenting anxiety. Current diagnosis, symptoms have intensified into full-blown paranoia. Visual hallucinations, increased medication. Can't be left alone. And move to floor 1 for closer monitoring, because closer to all the nurses. Start oiling now! Oil now! Dad, I'm not oiling up. You're oiling up. For me. Stop off. Noodles now. No worries. Did this need a cutscene? I don't really know. I do need some solution to this though. And I don't have the item for it, so. But yeah, you're here to oil up for me. That command is for you to oil up for me, okay? So get oiled. Get ready to be oiled. You'll oil up for me any day. Thank you. Important cutscene. They're so important. That was a really good cutscene. I learned so much by staring at that thing that I had to stare at anyways. It's really nice that we all got to stare at it forcefully. It was important for us to really channel our inner force to stare at that thing. Yeah, really important. Shower room leads to L2. Let's go there. C2 I checked out. It's the boring old room with an eyeball. But C1 tried to look into C2. They tried to. Oi! Why is there a bell tower? Okay, it's your turn. Okay, it's my turn. Oh, see, it's my turn. All right. I love these turn-based games, you know. Final Fantasy Tactics used to be pretty boring because it was very much like slow paced. This is a much better Final Fantasy Tactics. Look. Don't hide. You found the post. Some of the things you posted the comments on Reddit and you later want to find, but you can never find shit because the search on the site sucks. I agree in the latter. I'm surprised in the former. I never want to revisit what I say. I'm not trying to be all like, you know, very auteur and say like, oh, I've like gone past that moment. No, it's because I'm embarrassed of half the shit that I said. It's not my auteur that says, oh, I live in a moment and therefore I've already been past that moment and there's no need for me to go back to the past because the past holds no value in this future that I've made. No, it's because what I said before was cringe. And it's time for me to move on. So you were brave. Not saying that you are cringe, but I'm saying that I'm cringe. To myself and for myself. I'm cringe. Let's go Nace's Station. I've never tried that actually. Sure. Wait, was it because I couldn't try it because this thing is red as a code? Right. Right. Okay. I tried to avoid the scary hallway and I couldn't. So, where's it going? Oh my god. You find those old posts, so you'll need to write stuff again and can just copy paste it. That's fair. You should make your own personal wiki though. You know, this is like trick that you can do, okay? I'm pausing the game because this is not related to the game, but you can go to Wikipedia, make an account on Wikipedia, and just personalize your custom page and just link it there. Always. It is a life hack to explain to people who you are. It's a bit like LinkedIn if it wasn't as funny. You know what I mean? Like if it was more serious. But there's nothing stopping you from just doing that. So go to Wikipedia, make an account. They don't have to approve you. You just make an account. And you just have like a bio that you can just link people to. It's actually a 5-head move. And that's where all the drama happens, okay? All the drama on Wikipedia happens on the talk pages, on people's profiles. I've never seen as much drama as I have looking at like top editor profiles. People will argue about the craziest shit. Like, why did you capitalize it like this? Like, sorry, buddy, we're using the German noun system. Oh. Try doing something like that with Obsidian. That's fair. Obsidian I find doesn't really work for that well. Sad. Someone's beside me. Hi, nurse. Ooh, you gonna go? Oh, you okay? Well, it's like a Souls-like boss. What the fuck? It's like a Dark Souls boss. What the fuck? What's your attack, friend? Okay. Eat shit! Eat shit! But just like a Souls-like boss, you need to dodge sideways, and you always win. Ow. Ow. So, okay, same with high stockings. When did stockings get sexy? You know what I mean? I guess my question dates back to that primordial period when ankles used to make people come. It used to be that a good ankle would like change your life. You could look at an ankle and then go, oh yeah, this is some good shit. Uncontrollably nut in your suit. Your like 5-piece suit. And you'd have to take off like 3 layers of pants to like wash it. Ooh. So many questions about, you know, the sexiness of doctors. Especially because like nurses and stuff, like they're not trying to be sexy. Like it's pretty nasty in the hospital. But they're trying really hard to do their job because they want to go home and avoid the cleanup. Like they really don't want to be there. However, thigh highs, I fell for it. So I do fall for the thigh high. And I can't explain why. I wish I knew why. What a memory of a chain. What the fuck? Oh wait, this might be well, it's not. Why is it M1? It wasn't the L1 people. Or the C1, because the person with the outburst of anger, C1 being chained up, I don't think that's the same one. So why is it a chain padlock? Who's that breathing? Can you please stop breathing? Where am I? Oh. Lower. Your bear. Or, ow, what's left of it, I suppose. Bent needle. That's interesting. 1, what's the bear made of that was able to withhold the bent needle? 2, my niece, her mom, is a nurse. She did that. She played with needles, and then she told me. She's like, "Please don't tell my mom." And I was like, "Okay, honey, I won't tell your mom." And as soon as her mom came, I told her because I was like, "You gotta check your daughter. Like you gotta make sure that she's not like sick or anything." But now my niece understands. But that is very common problem to have. It's why you gotta keep the kids away from the needles in the hospitals. They will absolutely play with them, and like. If you explain it to them like bloodborne illnesses, like it doesn't matter. They just say, "Oh, is that the hit PS3 or like PS4 game?" They don't care about that shit. I love my niece, but she was really on something back then. Yes, shotgun. The oath of Hippocrates. Listen, buddy, the only oath I know is my right to bear arms. Gemini at the bottom. What's funny is that your U name on there is actually your old name, since you can't change it. But you did change the username, the one that you assume doesn't get shown anywhere. And if you didn't change it, I wouldn't have found it. That's a fair point. Yeah. That is to say, if you want me to not stalk you all, you should change your names. I'm just doing a little bit of research, right, to see who my chatters really are. Hello, Jack. Your face is still meaningless. What? Right, Brickhaven. Yeah, patient's well-being is in your hands. Yep. Newsroom. Yo. Boom! Oh, boom! This game has become comedy. I am become comedian. Who is that? Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Or why? Wow, you're so tanky. Wow, you're so good. Wow, you're so good at what you do. Fuck you. Oi. Okay. The hotkey to heal has never worked for me, and I don't know why. It has to be intentional that the nurses look like this. Cause like, why would it show you so far up the skirt too? So it has to be intentional that the nurse's like her vagina gyrates. It has to be. It's not a bug. It has to be real. Why is it doing that? I feel comfortable. Meditation. No, I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need to be accredited anything. I know who I am. Do you know you? Nurses Lounge. Hey, L1 key. Room key. Oh, one of the 3 patients. Scary. Break the monotony. Wake up from your dream. Don't watch TV. Watch me. Live. At twitch.tv/whatever my channel name is. There's a fast switch for weapons? Wow. That's a modern take. Okay. Treatment room is there. Storage room has a... Well, I mean, the nurse's station has a keypad. L1 is the key room that I needed. Is there anywhere else I want to go here? Probably nowhere. But there are, however, stairs here. Where does this go? Because if we go L1, I'm assuming that's sort of a one-way trip. Treatment room is locked unless you go into that room. Okay. Let's see what happens, I guess. Maybe save. Because I don't know where this game has its points. This game very often has points of no return. And it's annoying because you don't know what you're missing out on. But I know going back to Maria is going to be a very important thing to do. I know it. What's that? Why are you awake all of a sudden? Don't moan. That's weird. Stop that. Don't moan. Please stop moaning. What the fuck is that? That's not moaning. What is moaning? Where do they keep getting pipes? I've never been inside here. Huh. That's weird. Huh? God, this game is so tense. So many different moments about this game that really work well. Kind of curious, like, how much of it is so... Because if this is a remake, but I know that Konami kept a tight leash on this dev team. How close to the original was it, and how much am I missing out by not playing the original? Because that game even used fixed camera sequences, which really helped for occluding details. Must be terrifying. What was that? Here. What? Oh, it locked me in. Oh. It's one of those one-way rooms, isn't it? Hmm. Interesting. I'm sure it's fine. Right? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. We'll leave by going to you. I told you it's close. I'm sure it's fine. Hey, doctor's room. This is it. Doc, you really gotta ask for a better office here. Okay, if I read, will it kill me? They brought in the girl today. Wow. Poor thing hasn't said a word. She just sits there, head in her hand, sobbing and quivering. I moved her to the corner bed. Seems to have calmed her down a bit. She even smiled at me, I think. Quivering. I've only ever seen quivering used in reference to like vagina. But specifically in like bad fan fiction. I wonder why it's used there. The wording just feels weird. But I can't tell if that's intentional. Yet. But it does feel off-putting. Who was that? No. James, no. James, no, James. James, you've got so much to live for. You don't have to go down into the hole, please. What's that? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Not again. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Not again. Why does he do this? Oh god, the claustrophobia. The amount of stories you hear of people dying, being stuck in between walls, precludes me from ever wanting to go through these spaces like that. Because the only thing that could possibly await you is death. Just death. Stuck there in your little hole, in between these cracks in the wall. It's weird because it feels like you're between life and death in those moments, both literally and figuratively. On one side, behind you, it's life, and on the other side, it's death. And you cross that sort of unknown chasm, that darkness, right? It's sort of that idea of limbo. Feels scary. I don't like it. Why don't they help me? Why do they keep me in here with him? Let me out. With him? Who's him? Me? Who? Like really? Who's him? Drugs. Timetable. Time and patient. PACU schedule. I don't know what that means. That is a demonic book. 100%. Marked bracelet. Fuck is that? Found in medical records. There's some markings all over it. Hold it. Hold it in your hands. Hello? Hey! Fuck off! Ah! Oh, okay, okay, it's my turn. It's my turn. Okay, it's your turn. Okay, it's my turn. Okay, it's your turn. Okay, listen, it's my turn. Listen, stop, stop, stop. You're going out of order! Fuck you! Ah, you motherfucker! It's a turn-based game! It's your turn, that's my turn! No. I'm not a wussy, but I wish I was. I wish I was. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's go in the stores. Let's get that ammo. Yeah, let's fuck the ammo. What a pain. You know, there's this there was a good discussion before. Well, just in general, it felt like a lot of discourse online was about, are checkpoints in games bad, and then are they ruining games? But like, the alternative is this. Like, sorry buddy, you failed. Play the entire section again. I don't wanna. It doesn't mean anything to play it again. It means I'm stuck here. All over again. Google says the percentage of women doctors is 40 to 50, but you would have assumed it might have been lower in the past. Oh, 100%. And not because they're less capable, but because society was a lot worse back then. I mean, for a long time, higher education was just not really a thing for women to do, right? Like it's, and when you consider that being a doctor takes like 10 years of schooling, kind of hard to be a doctor. When you're not even allowed to go to school. So, almost guaranteed that's the case. Fuck checkpoints. You want to be able to save and reload anywhere stock is tile. Okay, fine. How about both? Right? Okay, sure, you can do that. But then why not checkpoints too, in case you forget? Because then you run into this issue of Half-Life 2, where you press the F5 button so much that you eventually do it in the right before you die. Or like Skyrim. You can just quick save as you're falling. Has to be limits. You know what I mean? Or rather, save me from my own mistakes. Not limits, just save me from my own mistakes. Look at the memory. Okay, cool. You sure that's a memory? Get this, open this, get the drink. Alright, pick up the bracelet. It's cool, it's marked. I don't know what that means. It's marked though. Boom! Boom! Fuck your turn-based game! Now let's look at this. What are the markings? What? L.A. cock. I don't think that's what it means. Is it? The marking's L.A. cock? What? Spirals. Wait, spirals. Spirals and circles. Stuck at both that technically. Because it would autosave too. Yeah, that I feel like is a great system. I remember enjoying that game because you could save anywhere. And it felt like you had the ability to explore as much as you want, which I think for a simulation game like that works. And I get why it wouldn't work for this, but at least more checkpoints. I don't want to do more tedium. Also because, like, it's not like it's all of a sudden more challenging because you now know, or like because you've gone through it once. It feels less challenging because you know the danger that's there now. It's it's sort of the curse of horror. Let's go see Maria before I go. Maybe she'll know about the bracelet. Maria. Oh, Maria. You good?
Hey. Any luck finding Laura?
Not
Nope.
yet. How are you holding up?
I'll be okay. Just need a bit more rest. James. Thanks for checking up on me. It's very sweet of you.
Yeah. Get some rest. I'll be back soon.
POV. Your friends do the most basic thing ever, but because you've never actually experienced anything good in your life, you treat it as if it's something amazing. But in reality, all they've done is do the bare minimum of being a decent person. But you just don't know that because you're broken in the head. POV. I want you to think about that. Next time you say thank you to someone, think to yourself, did they not just do what they were expected of? I'm glad that I did that. I feel good about myself, which is nice. My poor sweet wife does that actually. She's had a rough time in life. But because of that, she always says thank you for the most basic things that I do. What the fuck is that? Yo, you weren't here before, dog. Hey, you weren't here before, nurse. Man, this is a public seating zone. You're not supposed to be here. It's like GTA 4 when you go into the hostel. Same thing. Yeah. Just like blasting. And I always have to remind her that like I really didn't do much. Like, not to downplay myself, but to rather say very, very, very truthfully. This is what you should expect of me. Oh! Especially for stuff like that, because it's like, shouldn't we want to take care of each other? Shouldn't I want to take care of you? You know, it feels very basic to me. But you rarely get that in life. So when you finally get it, it's like, whoa, it's like a breath of fresh air. It feels like meaningful. Hey! Turn base game! Turn base game! Turn base game. Go. Your turn, it's my turn. Okay, stop dodging. Okay, it's my turn again. Okay, it's your turn. I won't skip your turn because I'm not an asshole, okay? It's your turn. Okay, see? It's my turn. Stop. Only I can dodge! I feel good. Calm, steady, pacing, belief, understanding. Calm. At least she was there. What? 18. Yeah, that was a profound realization for me when I recognized why she says these things. And I realized, oh yeah, like, that's sort of why. It makes me sad, you know what I mean? Because it's like, how could anyone treat someone like that? But then it also makes you realize that, you know, if I can break her out of that mindset, I'm happy when she no longer says thank you. Because it means, in a way, that she sort of internalized the state of being good. And being able to expect good things happening to her without having to ask for it. So it's sort of my dream, you know? I dream of this, I sleep of it. I think of this daily. I want this to happen. It must be done. Be done. Now that you again said that, there's like a void room here, huh? A2. What, something there in the pool? There's something there in the pool, yeah. What, Oh, director's room. Has one of the 3... Wait, but it needs 3 bracelets, no? I'm still not ready for the director's room. What am I missing? Went to go see Maria. She's doing okay. Bent needle can't be used to lockpick because James has no ability to lockpick. Rolled the wrong class, I'm sure. It's fine. What's the point of what I'm doing here then? What am I missing? I bet you there's a very obvious path to go to, but I simply can't see it because I'm too focused. That was a nice erm. Can you do it again? There's a feature on Twitch called clipping. You can clip me erming. You can get all my hums and haws built in. Did you know you can make clips of your favorite streamer and share them online? That's the best way to tell people about your favorite streamer. And your streamer will appreciate that because when you make clips of your favorite streamer, they can share it too. That's how you get your streamer money. I'm a little more deranged today. I'm gonna be honest with you. A little more deranged. Wow, that guy's my favorite streamer. Oh yeah, I had no clue because you don't make any clips of them. If you want to show me that they're your favorite clip, be sure to make recordings of the. Oh, bro, I watch this streamer every day. Oh yeah, why is your clip count only 1, buddy? You got to clip every day, okay? Every single second of your life. You know, with enough clips, right? You could technically recreate my entire stream via clips. That'd be funny. Like, imagine you just watch somebody's stream and it's just clips constantly. Not as in like they make good content, but I mean like so many clips every single second of a stream. You could theoretically do like there's nothing stopping you from doing. Twitch can't ban you from making an endless amount of clips. I should do that. I'm gonna go into someone's stream and just do that. Just have enough clips where if you watch every clip in sequence, it's the entire game. Where the fuck am I? Live erm is more valuable than a recording. You know, that's true, right? Recording could be faked, AI. But live, that's the good shit. Maria, I'm gonna need some help here. Maria, I need to know. Maria, where do I go? Maria, I'm lost again. That light turn on. That's a nice plan to ruin Twitch's data center capacity. Presumably, if they're smart, what they'll do is they'll implement clips as a start timestamp and an end timestamp. So all it really does is just load that timestamp up, and then as popularity grows, then they cache it. And I'm assuming Twitch is much smarter than me, so they must have done that. Because then, when you want to export, you just pull it from the main VOD, so you incur the cost of storage once. But you incur the cost of reading multiple times. You mean, yeah, but they don't usually don't just unlist VODs, they delete it. So this way they'd have to actually store them forever like YouTube does. Well, not necessarily. You would just make a relationship, right? Oh, I see what you mean. Because you delete the original VOD, then you have to update the clip. Yeah, but I guess I can still see that being done as a just-in-time thing. Like but then the problem is like, what's your higher storage cost, right? Like computational cost probably will always dwarf storage cost on some degree, and storage cost only really matters on a moment-to-moment basis. But if you're at Amazon's level, where you run your own data centers, presumably it doesn't matter how long you store it because you own your data center, and you can move it to like long-term archival, which is sort of off-frame, off-stream. Like there's considerations to figure out whether or not it's worth it, but I think either way, you could still kind of do it and just do just-in-time things. That's only if you want to really optimize for no reason. Anyways, I'm gonna run. Maria, Maria, please wake up for me. Maria, they're gonna kill me, Maria. Maria, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, Maria. Die. Maria. There we go. Nice try. What the fuck is that? I'm going there. Ah, you've fallen into my trap. You've gone down to the basement again. There are a lot about checkpoints and difficulty before. Interesting thing is that you feel that the more you reload, the harder you can make the game in absolute sense. Like, the game is very hard and long, there are no checkpoints. You have to make it easier since nobody would be able to finish it. Then, if you save and reload anyway, you can make it very difficult. And this way of just reloading 5 seconds is not always enough. For example, in Stalker playing the hard difficulty, you have to reload back to start the section further. So you realize you went optimal with ammos and healing, it would be impossible for you to just get through. All good points, and I've said this before, that a reload system, I say this time and time again, visual novels have some of the best reload systems I've ever seen, because in a visual novel, you just jump to wherever you want in the timeline, and that to me is genius. But also, Kaizo games completely demolish your thought. Like that, it's... I think Kaizo games show that you can still have difficulty for a very long period of time, and not make it easy to finish. Or say like, even like a Celeste, right? Say Celeste getting everything and doing it perfectly. You can do that and still have no checkpoints. Right? Or I mean, your traditional Kaizo has that too. But even like, say, Super Meat Boy, some of the longest sections, or like V. That only.
Hey, are you okay?
Laura,
Go away!
Don't be afraid. I just want to talk.
Laura, how'd you get inside there? But I do agree about the reloading to 5 seconds. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Hey, I just want to talk. I know you just shot that window out. I just want to talk, Laura. I do agree with that. But then it makes you question, what about more checkpoints? The solution is just more. So you get like, let's say it just makes more and more checkpoints, like a visual novel thing. So you have to go back to the beginning or you go back to wherever. I'm just saying visual novels, they know what's up. What is that? What the fuck is that? What was that? Did they follow me upstairs? No way, right? D3. X-ray room. That's cool. Stop moaning. There's a hospital. Stop that. I feel like even with a reload system, with a checkpoint system, a reload system is still nice to have. Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying to replace one versus the other. I'm saying having both is nice. She absolutely watched me. But like, both is good. I think both is really good. But then again, it's just more checkpoints. I feel like there's a way the checkpoints could like work. You just get more and more and more.
Hey, are you okay?
Go away!
Don't be afraid. I just want to talk.
I lost that chess. Yeah, I lost this turn-based game. Turn-based combat game. Oh! You can stealth them. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Who knew walking up to the back of someone, hitting them in the head with a steel pipe would be so effective? Yeah, so nice, so effective, so good. I'm not even afraid of this game anymore. I'm just annoyed. I feel tired, tedious. Shouldn't have shook it. Don't shake your head around me. I'm gonna kill you. Okay, don't panic. Okay, fuck. Yep. Don't panic. Don't panic. You're cool. My turn. Turn-based game, motherfucker. Twig. Twig. Such a menace. Go into a hospital, make all this fucking noise, break all this shit open. I don't have any decency to be here anymore. They're ruining the place. What the hell is all this? Kinda sad to think about this. The patient is staring out the window because they want more. Kinda sad. Observation notes. Patient number 90. Patient transferred for observation. Malnourished, shallow breathing, avoids eye contact. Agitated in presence of staff. Frantic at the notion of touch. That's sad. Patient refuses solid food on second day. Nasogastric force feeding required. Serotonin antagonist administered to reduce nausea and vomiting. Day 3. Patient restrained for bathing and feeding. That's not good. Progressing malnourishment, oxygen deficiency, self-injury suspected, could not confirm. Something is very wrong. Patient number 090 was this one. Sensory delusions, bathing required. Force feeding and hydration. But no note of the unaware, like, no note of the fear of touch. That's interesting. As if it doesn't matter. Because that's a huge sign of, like, there could be a number of reasons why that happens, right? None of them are particularly good. So you kind of want to narrow down why they're afraid of being touched. You really want to know. Right, left, right. That is the most obvious thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay? Maybe I'm a yellow paint. Oh, fuck, I forgot to tell you guys this. Somebody commented this. It was so funny to me. But they were like, oh good, somebody who plays a game and is not a yellow paint gamer who like reads things, who doesn't have a room temperature IQ. And I was like, I was trying to explain to them in the comments, like, I don't want you to talk to me then, because the only reason you like me is because I did the thing that you want me to do correctly. But in the end, if I don't do the thing that I do correctly, you're gonna say the same thing about me. And the analogy that I put was that I feel like I've just happened to avoid the punch, but I'm not actually talking to someone nice, right? You're still throwing punches. I just happened to avoid it this time. Whereas, like, I only want people who won't throw punches at people for no reason. And then they doubled down, and I was like, listen, that's funny. That's funny when you double down, not realizing how you missed that point. I always think about that. Always. Like, how do you not think about that? Because, like, all it takes is for me not to be what you want. And then you'd say the same thing about me. And this sort of goes with anything, right? And it's always important to remind yourself of, like, you'd be surprised. What? that you're going to be, that if you're throwing punches in the first place, that's sort of the problem. And I found it so funny when they doubled down. It was so good to me. I was like, holy shit, it's happening. The most unaware people. What's all these brain scans here? Brain. Something in the middle of the brain and the back of the brain. Cracked skull. Abuse. Or rather just an injury, but you can't really... Yes, that's the hard part. When you're here, you can only deal with the facts. You don't really have a way to build like an image of what happened yet without knowing more about it. But I look at this and I see skull trauma from childhood. Fully recolored. The remains of the what? The remains of the what? Wait. The remains of flames. What? The abuse of flames. I can't read that. Uh-huh. Dr. Andrews, we delivered the radiographs you requested. However, it looks like the file was incomplete, as one of the pictures was nowhere to be found. We'll send somebody as soon as we locate it. Let me know if you need anything else. This picture? The fuck is this? Radiograph of a pelvis. Oh god. Makes you think, eh? All these scratch marks. As if to say they didn't want to see it. As if to say they didn't want to be there. The implications are terrifying. And make me sick. They did mention that I'm missing pieces, so it could be that I simply don't have all the pieces yet to do this. But some of the scratch marks should line up, but they don't. Neither in the vertical nor the horizontal. So I'm still missing something here to do this fully. And it should be a set of numbers. Or maybe this is everything. And I just need to be a little creative with how I rearrange these. Or it's an overlay. No, but that wouldn't make any sense. But it does allow you to overlay them to some degree. So maybe the overlay is the key. I think it is. How much do you overlay? Your model does look very punchable, to be fair. It kind of feels like a punching thing you get on those measure your strength machines. Yeah, same. What does that mean, mod? Okay. Slow. Nice. Nice fuck myself, I guess. Wait. Why are you awake? Why are you alive? But hello, mod. How are you? Have you caught your fish? Have you met your quota of fish, mod? You must lead the community by example. Oh, he glitched out. That was weird. What? Stay on the floor. How do you even know what my face looks like, huh? You don't even know my face. You don't know who I am. You think I really have that much of a jawline? You'd be mistaken. Ooh. Oh. Rooftop. Oh. An award key. Wait a minute. Oh. I forgot I had a key. Sorry. Couldn't be honest with you. I just kind of forgot. What's the way down? This way. Seems a lot of hallways. Got a lot of back and forth. It's actually interesting to see this kind of design for the map. Another funny thing about social media is that you've actually thought about me checking your social before. I once wrote in one of my messages, "Don't worry, you're a decent person," and you thought of writing back and you checked all my social media posts to say it with such conviction. Yeah, that's a good point actually, because there is that sort of. Don't worry. She can't open doors. Don't worry, she can't open doors. What's inside the treatment room? I don't know. Where's this key open? Not this floor. Second floor. Let's go. Bye. Because it's true that we only get a small snapshot of who we are here, right? It's sort of the fear that I have when collabing too, is like, how do I really know who somebody is, right? And it's a very common thing because like I'm sure they feel the same way too, of like, who am I really? But then that's sort of like part and parcel of the thing, is that if you were an awful person, presumably you'd be worse overall. Like, there'd be a tell after this much time, right? And you're not awful. Like, I can disagree with you, but you're still not awful, if that makes sense, right? I think being awful takes a really specific set of things to make to be awful. Whereas, like, I tend to find like it's most of the time you're just a different person in terms of how you view the world. Not to say that like every opinion is good. I think some opinions can be bad, and I'm not saying that I definitely agree with a lot of what you say. I'm saying I agree with very little of what you said, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I think that you're an awful person. A fucking idiot, perhaps. No, but it's just sort of the problem is that when you get into like very serious discussions about things, it tends to get very complicated very quickly. So it's so hard to sort of narrow things down into like yes or no, or like a good or bad. Nurse, calm down. Boom! It doesn't mean I would reach the same conclusions. But it does make you sort of go like, oh, it is different, right? But that's sort of life in general. It's like people will have different opinions about things. Now, there can be wrong opinions. I think there can be wrong opinions. I don't think every opinion can be always necessarily right. But to get to that, it's like very hard. It's like you'd have to say like you justify murder or something on that level to really make someone go, that's a wrong opinion, right? Or at least me to go, that's a wrong opinion. And it's kind of hard to say that. Anyone here has said that on some degree, right? To some degree, sorry. This case bears a disturbing similarity to a situation that took place at the facility a few years back. The patient was admitted on a court order, but with the consent of his remaining family. His condition appeared to be improving for the first few weeks. The administered medications paired with individual sessions with a psychologist and arts therapy alleviated his attitude. Anhedonia and social withdrawal. Wait, not his attitude. Oh, his avolition, anhedonia. And there was no reason for concern. They didn't even know anything was wrong until the night guard reported when one of his keys was missing. When they found them, it was already too late. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is that noise? Oh my god, you stalk us all? I actually do. Well, I have to, right? If I'm gonna give you VIP, I have to at least know somewhat about who you are. Keypad combination note. What the oh. Is it the X's or the circles? I'm assuming it's the X's, so bottom 3 or corners. Oh, or rather, if you want to win it, then you'd have to go across the middle. I'll play some tic-tac-toe. But it's not to say that I stalk you because of that. Yeah, that. Or maybe you're just a psychopath and good at pretending. You could never know. But then it's like, would it... It's sort of... Then you get into the illusion of free choice, right? Does it really matter whether or not what I think then? No. Because if you intend to be somebody who's faking it, and you successfully succeed in a fooling me, it's the same result as if if you weren't, right? It's why I give no one here power. it's why I give no one here special attention or power. And I know I've broken that rule with some people, but it's why there's a space that's dividing us that you can't see, but you can definitely feel, right? You can't see it, but you definitely notice that there's a space dividing us too. That's an intentional mindset that I put everyone into. It's why I'm so antagonistic to chat as a whole, because it's like, you're right, I don't know you, and if you lie successfully, there's no real difference, right? But that's why none of you get anything from me. Only the mod does, or like people that I know in their real life. But that's because I've had years of experience with them, right? But then it sort of goes into real life too. How do you know that the people that you know in real life are who they are in real life? Some people have sides to them, and sometimes you may never see those sides. I've never seen my mod cry, ever. I've never seen her cry once. So is the assumption that she can't cry? Or is the assumption that she's hiding something from me? That she's a monster in disguise? That she's been hiding something from me? That one day I'm gonna wake up and she's gonna kill me? You just don't know. Just don't know. Yeah, it's true. Your mom doesn't know that you're a psychopath addict. See? Exactly. Yeah, it's funny that like parents always believe that they know their children. That's like, dude, once they get past a certain age, they are their own person. You really don't know them. You can't know them. It's literally impossible. Well, you can know them, but because they form their own personality, it's completely different now. Really don't want to go inside here, but sure, let's go. Hello. Talk to me. But yeah, that's why. Even for collabs, it's a thing that I think about a lot, right? It's why I stalk my fellow collabers. I'll just say it right now. Like, I do to some degree, right? And it's unfair of me because I can stalk them, but they can't stalk me, right? Eventually, I will have to, like, tell them some things about me, so it's a bit more fair, but that's sort of a level of trust that comes over time. It's sort of not... You know? Because, like, you're strangers together in a land, but it's why I tend to look at the behavior as a whole. Because if your moment to moment is respectful and you are treating people respectfully, you can kind of get a good sense. Now, whether or not somebody's faking it, that's sort of something that you can't really figure out anyways. So, again, does it really matter? It's hard to say. Oh, the drug room. Oh, heck yeah. Because it even happens in real life. You never really know. How can you? And people always say it's hard to keep up the facade, but the truth is it's very easy to keep up a facade for a long period of time. Another incident was 0050. Got out of the pool, made a break for the garden, cutting himself wide open in the process. Thank God I was still here, completely manic, screaming. Had the orderlies hold him down. Barely managed to stitch him up. He's back in his room now, sedated. Huh. What the hell is all this? Something in there. Can't use a bent needle. When does the needle come into play? But I think that's what's important to remember about collabs and stuff too, especially about like online interaction. It's why I don't even say like the people that I collab with are my friends, because it's like, are you really when you don't even know each other? Well, you can't be, right? Like it'd be impossible to know that about each other. Like you can't get to that level without sharing some things about yourself, right? Though I don't think you need to share your name to get to that level. It's sort of the reality that like, if you don't share at least something on a deeper level, you can't really be friends. Maybe acquaintances at best, but you know the English language tends to not have a good hold on what that in between is. Acquaintances still feels a bit too stranger-like, and it's like that step above acquaintance and before friends. So, yeah, not to say that like you hate the people or that you don't trust them, but rather it's a system, and it's more systemic than that. If that makes sense. It's a lot of complicated bits with relationships. They're not easy. They're worth it, but they're not easy. And there's a lot of bits of being careful that you need to be aware of. At the very least, with interactions in this space, it's easy to know the most important bits, right? Which is sort of, what's your stance on human life? What's your stance on like these major things that are impeding certain things in real life, right? It's fairly straightforward to see what's going on. And that goes with like anybody, right? It's just a reality that like there's a level of understanding that people can have about somebody, even in these small moments of interaction. The medications made him feel like this, but we know that the doctor here was involved with the drugs based on the first game. So I can go from here, I can go out the window, but let's check out the restroom side and the pantry in the kitchen. I was just trying to avoid that because I really didn't want to, but I guess I have to. And even me, it's why I tell people to be very careful about being parasocial with me. You don't know me. I could be awful. You have no clue. You could be supporting somebody who's like genuinely awful. Like, I could kick babies and like punch children and like, you know, eat like, and like throw dogs out like windows. Like, you have no clue. That's a funny lock. It's a lock from that side. Oh. Oh, hey! And truth be told, if people were more careful about that with their online Oshis, I think the world would be a little bit of a better place. Hold me to the same standards as everyone else, right? Just because you like my content doesn't mean that you have to automatically like everything that I am or that I do. It's the measure by which I judge all of you too, right? The fuck is that? Now, of course, there's questionable bits from all of you. It's not that I overlooked them. It's that it's sort of like, is that ban worthy? I can't really tell, right? I'm still trying to get a sense of like what will, like what do I ban here for, right? Because like differences are differences, and when is a difference a matter of opinion versus a matter of actual safety about someone's life? Jesus Christ, this is disgusting. Oh, that's disgusting. Mold remover, sure, okay. In the walls, deep inside, the mold remover gets rid of it for a while, but then the thing it reappears in the exact same spots. When you get in there, break it down. If we have to root it out, oh god. But I reserve bans, at least right now, for a very particular state, which is being an asshole to people overtly within this space of this chat. Until that happens, your opinion could be anything. I'm not going to judge you on it. Or rather, it's not relevant to like this space. Because it's that slippery slope thing, right, that I always worry about. If I believe that all of a sudden this one opinion is a bad thing and deserves to be banned, what's to stop me from having that slide further and further down? You know, this is getting very deep and very into complex stuff that's like bordering on like a very political discussion, because it's sort of like the ethics and the morality and the philosophy of free speech. But that's the way I view sort of who all of you are. I don't care about you, because caring about it and having to choose and pick these different things is not why I'm here. But there is a baseline of, are you a decent human being who believes that human rights and like life should be life is important? Then that's all I really care about, right? That someone's life as it is today is important. Then, you know, if you're consistent with that behavior, then I don't really care, right? It's why it's like you can't come in and you say like the war is like justified, because I'll be like, you're a fucking idiot, right? Because it goes against that particular moral standpoint. But you can have an opinion that's like as simple as like you like bread versus you like pizza, and it could be as complex as you think we shouldn't have a taxation on like properties. And it's like, yeah, go ahead. Like, it doesn't really pertain to that here, I guess. No, it doesn't matter to me. 5 meals for celiac disease, 7 lactose intolerant, running low potatoes and rice. Patient broke a whole cut of did place, need to stock up. Monday, oatmeal with fruit, baked beans, sausage, eggs, salad, pork cutlets, potatoes, grilled vegetables. Is this in the UK? Why does James sound so American? Excuse? Why can't I pick this up? Please? No way. You can't pick up that ammo. Meal times: 8 a.m., 12 a.m., 6:30 p.m. Guests are allowed to use the canteen in the visiting hours. Guests pay $3 for breakfast, 3 for lunch, and 10 for dinner. What is this? The 1970s? What the fuck? It's so cheap. I didn't see you on the floor. I didn't see you on the floor. Fuck. And then because there's no checkpoint system, you have to go all the way back and do all that stupid looking around rooms again. Such a pain in the ass. Plus, it's not like me banning you will change your mind, right? nor does it really say anything about my state of mind either. Though there is a degree of that. I do think I'm somewhat at least responsible for whoever gets to hang out in this chat room. In the sense of like, if you are a bad person and like you believe in certain things, it's like I really don't want that type of person here, right? You're ready, says the mod. Who are we banning? No one yet. No one yet. Mod, have you ever banned someone yet? I don't think I've ever made you ban someone yet. Just say the word, boss. You're a mod because it's funny. You don't have to do anything. But I do like your bloodthirstiness. I think I'm gonna let you keep the position of mod because you're bloodthirsty. But I want you to know it's just funny that you're a mod. That's why I made you a mod. It's not because you're actually a mod. Message deleted. Hey guys, can you see that chat's messages? It just randomly disappeared for me. Hey guys, how come I can't type anything in the side chat, guys? Yeah, no. I don't think any of you deserve a ban yet. But I'm always thinking about you're not gonna have any viewers left soon. We just keep banning people. Honestly, that's like the best part about my stream is that because I don't care about you, I'm allowed to ban people as much as I want. Like, look. Hey, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Avery here. I don't know who the hell is Avery. Ban them. I'm just kidding. No, please, no, don't ban them. But who the hell is Avery? I don't know you. But hi. Welcome. Maybe don't say your name out loud. Yo, no. What did you do? Nothing. It's just funny. It's all a joke. We're not gonna ban you yet. Too late. Imagine your first message. You dox yourself and you instantly get banned, right? You scared the shit out of me. Yeah, but that's why it's funny. Maybe they meant everyone. Oh, everyone here. No, it's definitely that game. But hey, how are you? Welcome. Mods, man. You hear that, mod? Cool yourself, mod. Calm down. You're so trigger happy. Calm down. People deserve to be here, mod. Jeez. What are you doing, mod? Wait, but yeah, you'll know my points of banning when it's very clear when you're being bad. But the reason why I stalk too is because I am looking for mods at some point because we are gonna need you at some point, any of you, and I need to know who I'm potentially scouting, right? Turn-based game. Turn-based game. You feel like they're being really bad right now. they haven't done anything. They haven't done anything. They're allowed to be here. They haven't even proven themselves yet. So how can we know if they're really bad? Look, think about this. They passed the maze, but they didn't type register. To be fair, no one's been typing register, and I don't know why. It's like the first thing that people have to do, but no one's been doing it. And I think I need to provide a reward for doing it. Because people have stopped doing it out of fear, I think. Because fear is the mind killer. But yes, because of that whole thing of like me trying to find a mod for future events and the stuff, it's been important for me to figure out who is there, right? Just to keep a good glimpse on things. Because I've sort of changed my mind on the whole mod thing too. Because you need a mod that's somebody who's in the community who knows enough about things. Oh god, I love staring at them. But you also need a mod that isn't like a bad person. You need somebody who is actually able to see the same values as you. Because I'm realizing the hard part of being a mod is that you have to have exactly the same values, otherwise your moderation goes awry. And it differs from the intent. So in a weird way, you need to know my intent intuitively, not just as an actor of it, but almost internally as well, in order to provide the same results, I feel like. But as to whether or not that's true, I don't know. But that's my theory on like mods. My theory on mods is that you have to at least be roughly the same as me overall in terms of values to get roughly the same effect as if I was moderating things. Because the point of it is to delegate, right? And like offload. And so there's like two ways of delegation. One is you explain your point clearly, which I stutter, so that's not really gonna happen. Two is you just have somebody who has the same values. And so it becomes easy because by default they sort of know what to do. I ain't dying again, motherfucker. Boom! I missed. Boom! Oi! Turn-based game. Turn-based game. Turn-based game. My turn. Your turn. Okay, it's my turn. Turn-based game, it's my turn! But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. This is like far in the future stuff. This is definitely stuff for next year because I kind of want to go really hard in some things, especially now that I know exactly what's going on. It's a bit easier for me to plan for the future. A bit easier. Whereas before, it's like uncertain about like how much timeline I have left to like do this stuff. Now it's like, oh, I have time to like do this stuff. Like I have some time to play around with this concept of like streaming. I'm not dying or anything, but you know, it's just the reality that like you gotta figure out what to do, right? Well, I could be dying. You have no clue. I could be dying. You have no clue. And I will never tell you. Why was I there? Why'd I go there? What was the point of that again? Right, mold. Rest in peace in advance. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's... Oh my god, there's a number of nurses here. I'm so stupid. Do you know why? Because the puzzle for the padlock was the number of nurses. I just didn't see this painting. That's why it's 5. Because it says if it was a number of nurses, it'd still be 1 too short. Because 2 are dead and 1 is a fraud. But it doesn't count the 1 that's a fraud. That's why the answer is a 5. So stupid. That was the answer to the puzzle. Okay, now I get it. That's... The drain has that. Mold remover. I don't think it matters. We go to the garden. Okay, cool. Like, imagine saying rest in peace in advance to somebody in a serious manner. Like, imagine doing that in a hospital. You're the doctor, okay? You're gonna operate on someone, and you say, listen, just in case, rest in peace. But, like, right before they get sedated. Imagine how fucked up that would be. They'd be like, what? Like, why'd you say that, man? Am I gonna die? Oh. Doctor, what's my chances of being alive? Well, son, all I have to say about that is takes off glasses, right? It's the star, the asterisk, takes off glasses, asterisk. Rest in peace in advance. Oh. Disgusting creatures. There's one more. Where are you? Aren't you walking around there? Oh, you're on the floor! Whoa! Oh. Shit. 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 Ay! Oh, what the fuck? Why can't I hit you? What? Hello? Why can't I hit you? What? There we go. Well, now it works, right? I don't know. Hey. Drink the potion, James. It'll make you feel better. So yeah, sorry, that like devolved into a talk about like who you are and stuff. Not to say that any of you will be picked for mod. It may or may not happen. Who really knows? And my opinion may change. It's why I tell people not to get attached to the idea of anything here. Because I might like you today, but tomorrow I might hate you. And you never really know. Fuck you! Oh no. Hey! 101. It's a 101! Yo, imagine if MMA had like tag team. Holy shit. Imagine if MMA had like an actual like a 2-on-2 fights. Like those old school dragon fight games. Or like a double dragon games. That'd be crazy. Why are you in the pagoda? Why are people smoking in the pagoda? Come on. It's why are you smoking in the pagoda? It's the one place with a fucking rooftop where the smoke clings. You're outside. What? That's why you should never make your account name the same as your online name, because I will stalk you. Whether or not that's good depends on the purposes. Not that I'm gonna... Okay, sorry, that sounded weird. I'm not gonna stalk you to, like, use you or anything. But, you know, because I'm curious. I don't know, I'm curious. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's like... Okay, I guarantee you... Well, okay, well, I was gonna say it's like being a teacher. Maybe you're curious about your students. But then I was like, that's kind of weird. I was gonna say, maybe... What is a role where people show up around you, and then you're allowed to be curious about them? Because a teacher is weird. A doctor feels illegal. Oh, this one, officer. Yeah, exactly. I know you're reporting me, but it's like a police officer. Yeah. If you're a police officer and you book someone, you kind of want to see their social media to see where it went wrong. You know what I mean? Like, to justify your actions. Celebrity. Yeah. Okay. That is true, yeah. Although I don't think... I really don't think Willem Dafoe cares about me. You know? Like, Willem Dafoe doesn't look up my social media. Though I do dream. I do dream that one day he'll show up in my Twitch chat and say, "Hi, I'm Willem Dafoe." Whatever his like voice is. Sorry, I keep feeling his voice. Oh, yeah. Willem Dafoe. Hey, buddy. Was that nice? Oh, shower room, restroom. Hey, cool. Maybe they do. They might. Maybe. Maybe it's Call Me Avery. You'll never know. Well, that's if they're still here. They've probably been scared away because of what I've been saying. So it could be that they're no longer here. And I wouldn't blame them for it, right? Wouldn't blame them for it. This is a filthy shower. Oh, God. Remember, one of these showers, they had to restrain the person. In order to shower them, keep them clean. Yeah, they stopped running. We probably scared them. Yeah, makes sense. It's fine. There's always fresh meat somewhere. Don't worry. There's always fresh meat somewhere. No need to be afraid. Fresh meat is everywhere. Wait, this docks is my time zone. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? I say, well, this docks is my time zone, but it's still like several different time zones that include a large landmass, so you still can't find me. I like being doxxed. It's fun. Should I check up on Maria? She's probably okay. She's fine. Maria. Medical tube. Mold remover. Bent needle. Maybe the drain is where I use the mold remover. I thought it wasn't, but now I'm thinking maybe I should. That is the only reasonable solution I can think of. But the bracelet is important for other aspects. Okay. Something there in the pool. I don't know. It didn't give me an option to go into the pool, so my bad. Thought we were banning them. Can you unban them, please? It's like, oh, sorry, streamer. I kind of knocked them out. It's like, no, no. Why'd you do it? No. Oh, you know what that is? That's the drain controls for the pool. So you can't go in anyways. You drain it. So where do I go? Now the restroom is locked down the top left. Elevator is there. This floor. Oh, we have the code actually. We have some codes. We have a lot of codes. I have the code for the padlock too. No. With a keypad for the doctor's lounge. Okay, so this is. I'm assuming it's the bottom three, and I'm assuming it's not complicated, and it's not trying to say we're trying to win tic-tac-toe. I'm assuming that's not what it's trying to say. I'm assuming the code is very, very simple, and you just do those bottom three in a Tetramino shape. So second floor. This map is huge. Sorry. You can ban me. You can ban me, mod. Ban me. I need to turn on the light. Sorry, I'm actually terrified. Okay, I'm back. You actually banned them. You removed the timeout. You're back. It was kind of nice in the void. You notice that there's actually a trend of people wanting to be banned and asking for it. You wonder if it's some kind of parasocial masochism. Like, yes, ban me harder. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave my statement there. Wake the fuck up, Maria. She must be like, she's gonna wake up and be like, why the fuck is there a bullet hole in my bed, huh? Problem is, I do need to kill these things to gain access, so. This is where you're forced to engage with the combat on a much deeper level. Boom! Just for that, you're never getting banned. Thank you. Boom! Damn, I should use HIO more often. I like how you said that, as if you're trying to debate me into using it too. It is funny. There we go. But it is good. Yeah, there's a lot of content and tools. I mean, there's a lot of good games in general, and the tools are good. The recommendation system on HIO is actually very, very good. I would say Steam's is still really good because Steam knows what you like. and gives you more of what you want. But HIO's recommendation system is really good at guessing who you are and giving you stuff to show you to pique your interest of like what you might like or like what your style kind of is. Use it more for inspiration. Yeah, you know, it's sort of the same thing with like having games too. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ. It has the same vibe of like they give you very clearly this. They give a good attempt at giving you things you might like. That's like, but it's because it's like an attempt. It's still different enough to pique your interest. That's a hand. Okay, make this unmoldy too. Ew. Even though scripts for software are mostly game related. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a very, very game focused site. Where Steam is like primarily about software and like a marketplace in general. HIO feels a lot more tailored towards games, about everything about games. Steam software side is very much about generic stuff, yeah. Many, like a lot of people don't know about the HIO software side, but it's pretty impressive. If they feed me garbage and rotting meat crawling with maggots. Thick with sinew, they make me bite down. The juices, red and yellow, hit the back of my throat. I choke and I gag and I vomit till my throat is sore. Aching, throbbing, an aching throbbing tube of flesh. I push it all out, but I can still taste it. Ugh. They bathe me in filth and blood and piss and bile. They gently rub human waste all over my body. My skin itches, it peels off like wet paper. I beg them to stop, but they don't listen. And then they lock me up with him. He's always there, closer. Each time, and the rot that comes with him. It goes within, it becomes me. You mean learning Unity to make a game for your school scores? Nice. Yeah, it's good. There's a lot of like content out there for it too. It's the one thing that I think is always going to be true about Unity is that it has a stronghold on how many resources you can find for it. This is in a huge contrast to say. Or at least it feels like Unreal Engine, where it feels like the third-party market wasn't as big. And actually, recently, Unreal Engine sold or like spun off their third-party market into a whole new arm. So someone else owns now their third-party asset market, which to me feels like I don't know what they're doing. But the Unity market is like really good. So like it's there's a lot to do there, and it's not just on the market itself; it's also the like free stuff around it. So. Unity is still a good choice if you want to learn something. It's surprisingly very, very full of stuff to learn and use. Full of it. Just, what the hell is up here? It's a rooftop, right. And Bo's up here? Fucking nothing. Locked. I just hate their business practices, and I really hate how the engine is it's always in like a weird limbo. Okay, put this on. Okay, fine. Okay, so hold it and then do this. So hold this and do this. There we go. Nice. Good. Put this on. Yeah, here we go. Got it. Probably will never use Unity outside school. That's fair. But you're using it to learn basic game stuff and I always want to try making shaders. Oh, you can also do a shaders on Shader Lab. Because if you want to do shaders and the stuff, you can also do it on like Shader Lab and stuff, which I think has a bunch of built-in stuff. But you're correct in that doing it in the game engine is nicer because then you can frame everything. It's very easy to frame things within a game engine. Even compared to 3D software, like it feels very complicated to frame things, IMO. Whereas in the game engine, you can place things down and it feels good, which is nice. Now how do I get this to work? Now, as to whether or not that's a true professional opinion, I don't know. Right? I'm basically I'm an amateur for all intents and purposes. But that's what it feels like to me. You probably use the code for shaders. Yeah, probably. Actually, it is funny because I've always thought you could, but then people who write shaders, they use variable names like X, Y, and stuff. And I'm like, my brother in Christ, how do you even know what you're doing? How do you even keep track of your code? Which I guess doesn't really matter for shaded stuff, because eventually, does it really matter if it goes out of sync? Not really. It's a one-time use. For most projects. It feels like it connects. Maybe it doesn't. Is there a button prompt that I'm missing? They minimize the code after just so it's annoying to look at. I mean, it could be that too. But I don't know if it's like an after process. But it would be funny if it's an after process. I'm like 99% certain it's just written like that. Mathematicians, yeah, I think it's just saying mathematicians use X, Y, Z, F because it's like, because when you do shady stuff, because it feels like when you do shady stuff, it feels like you're really inside the math realm there, right? Like comp sci is like, it has like math origins kind of, but then it's like you don't really interact with it, and then you do shady stuff, and it's like, oh, you're really into math now, right? You see one of those Twitter posts where they try to make shaders with smallest amount of characters / code lines. Oh god, that sounds awful. That sounds like a code golf thing, like a be as unknown as you can or something. What the fuck is this? How do I solve this? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I can do this. The hand is important, but how? It has to be that then. No, but it looks off. Like it still looks off. Or is it an overlay thing? Maybe it's an overlay thing. Maybe you overlay it. No, but you can't. Was I always wrong in trying to match the black lines? Before this is not even a puzzle. Can you imagine? I'm just here getting lost in the sauce. You know what it is? I don't know why this game's puzzles feel incomprehensible to me. A lot of them feel like it's just brute force stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. Like, am I just stupid? Like, so often it feels like the puzzles in this game are more about finding information. It's like, I feel like I'm stupid. You try to match the white lines. I mean, even if I try to match the white lines, right? Like, it both feel like they don't fit. Because look, this one. Nothing really fits. Because the entire time I was trying to fit the white lines. And even originally, how I tried to fit the white lines was like this. But the problem is that you can't, because like this, look, if you move down, see that? That's like one space down. It seems like you can't get really close. Like, there's not enough lines in these to work. Although the hand could change that. The hand could change that. This should form numbers for the keypad. Right? This should. There should be forming numbers on the keypad. And there was only 4 of these. But is there one more? Maybe there's one more. I don't know. Could I be missing one from any of these rooms? Is a cross on top right? The other half of the cross? Yes. Yeah. So if you line it up by the black lines, it looks like this. But then, where do you go from here? Feels like it should be that, but it doesn't feel like it's that. The other thing, oh, there we go. It's an overlap. So it's not about matching. Like it's the overlap thing that because I was thinking about the overlap thing, and I was like, it has to mean something to overlap these. Otherwise, why does it let you overlap them? So it kind of kind of works. Fuck me, I guess. So you do need the black lines. So this has to be overlapped with this somehow. Oh. $12. That's the third number. Okay, so this into this. 4, 37, 12. Okay. I hate that. I hate that puzzle so much. Okay, 4, 37, 12. Yeah, vanish. Why does it deteriorate instead of just opening? Sure. Oh, God. This is D1, which is, where was that patient? One of these patients wasn't here. Move to L1. What did I miss? It used to 301. Patient name. Patient room number D1 is 0090. The one with the delusions. That's kind of what you thought of doing initially. Well, so what's weird is that I tried it, right? But it didn't light up. Because it didn't light up, I wasn't sure how I would see the shape. So it was pure happenstance, because like it could be anything, right? If there's 3 different solutions, but only one has a clear picture, it sort of makes you think like maybe you're just on that one track of matching up the lines. Because when I tried to overlap it before, like you see how it didn't light up unless it was perfect? So you don't even know that that's the solution until you happen to get the perfect answer at the beginning. It's why it feels like a weak puzzle, because it's like you don't know it's the solution until you get the exact answer, but you don't know if it's the exact answer unless it lights up. In which case, it feels like RNG when you twist it around because there's no discernible shapes, like because the shapes are it's meant to be scrawled, right? But because of that, you can't overlay it in your head to figure out what it is, so it doesn't feel real. It only happens to be real, like this. Oh, don't rip that. Guilty bracelet. Is that shit or is that fingers? Yeah, it's kind of random in a sense. Yeah, it feels random. If it wasn't scrawled, I could see it being a bit more fun, because then it's like, how do you make sense of the shapes? But with how many scrawls there were, how many scratches, it was hard to tell. I have new emotes for all of you, so be sure to use them. Be sure to use the new emotes on the channel. Not as in like your official sub emotes, but I mean the ones from 7TV. Find them all. Find them all. It's primarily not safe for work. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have all 3 director's office. Okay, let's go. That's one. Yep. That's one. What's interesting is here it's a bird, but downstairs it's a wolf, you know? As if this was a better place for her. And downstairs, closer to the lobby, that's where it's scary. And again, Laura, I think, is that one patient, the child who was brought in, who was afraid to touch. And the implication of being afraid to touch scares me, right? Okay, but that one is amazing. And you will be getting more sub emotes soon. I've been kind of lazy. What the fuck? Why do you run so fast? You run so fast. What? I was sprinting. Why do I have so many ass emotes? Why not? What's funny is some of them don't show up for me, and I don't know why. Okay, so this one, here we go. A2 for this? What? I'm so mad. Which title is this emote from? I have no clue. I don't know the lore of the ass emotes, chat. I just add them to the channel. I don't know the lore. You think I care about the lore of the ass emotes? No, I just add them. I appreciate. I don't think about it. I just appreciate it. Anyways, what's your name? Maria. Maria, check out my shotgun, Maria. Maria. She must be so annoyed. And the butterfly. Not just a flower, but the butterfly motif. Almost like because butterflies represent a metamorphosis too, which is it's an interesting way to think about it, right? Moths sort of had the same thing, but moths aren't seen as beautiful. Moths are seen as this like ugly creature that just spreads dust around and disease and stuff. But they go through a lot of that same process. They're just two sides of the same coin, quite literally too. And so it makes you wonder why is the imagery being used here? But it makes sense when it's on Maria, who looks a lot like Mary, apparently. It's what James said. And then it makes sense why the child is staring at it, because she wants to get away from whatever it is that was hurting her before, from the wolf of sorts. To be different. But the flower, right? What does that flower mean? I don't know. That is disgusting. Maintenance key, oh good. Cool. Why are they trying to go through the flower? Like, what does the flower represent here? I get the butterfly motif, but... The spinny ass is you assume that I was an aficionado. Maybe an ass connoisseur, so you thought there's a possibility I'm to research every ass extensively. The only ass I know is my own ass. Let's drain this bad boy. Let's go. Yeah, drain it. Good. Alright, viewers, send me pictures of your asses so I can learn what it all looks. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That'd be disgusting. Please don't do that, by the way. I was just joking, please. Oh. The eye motif. Run before they spawn. If I was a doctor, maybe I could find answer. Maybe I could find cancer on your ass. Who knows? You ever read that story of somebody who was like in the bed with someone who was like a doctor, and he like inspected her like, and he was like he was going down to like town on her, but then he like felt a bump in her coochie, and so he was like feeling it up, and then he was doing like that thing where you put your hand on top and you put your hand inside to like lift it up almost to feel it, and then he was like, you have a bump. So she went to the doctor, and then it was like a tumor. Same concept, right? I don't need to be a doctor because I can do the same thing. You don't need to be a doctor to do that, but you need to be a doctor to recognize it, I think. So, different skill set. Same concept though. But please don't do that. If you do that, I will actually ban you forever. Don't insult my eyes with your filth. Okay, we do this. We wake up Maria and we go. We don't leave her behind because I feel bad. I feel bad for her. I really don't want to leave her. Found hidden in the swimming pool. Dry blood covers most of the numbers. Yep. Most of the numbers are gone. Four, 7. Hmm. Nine four seven two five one. Why was that the solution? Sorry, why was that the solution? Why was that the solution? 947-251. What? I don't know. I really don't know. You have a bump. Your doctor said it's just a liquid, but it's hard as a rock. Well, thank you for coming to the 10th doctor, or like whatever that like subreddit is. I am the doctor who's going to disagree with your doctor and say that it is not liquid. I mean, it could be full of liquid but still hard as a rock, right? Because if you jump into a pool of water, it still hurts. I'm an analogous doctor, right? I'm not an analyst nor a doctor. I'm an analogous doctor. I give you solutions in the form of analogies that I form. And so whether or not it's correct is pure happenstance. It's really the best type of doctor because you never really know if you're getting effective or like ineffective treatment. Why is it always that one doctor out of 10 that you gotta find? I've heard it described as like this. It's a huge discipline, right? It's a bit like any discipline. It's true that you find one restaurant it's better than the rest. It's true that you find one chef that's better than the rest. That you find one programmer that's better than the rest. So it must be true for doctors too. Not to say that past experience like proves that as well, but to say that experience and skill within a domain, just because you're a doctor doesn't mean that you're the best doctor ever. Nor do you know everything, right? It's like it's still a skill set that people have to be good at. So I've heard that like it's why you very often see news articles about doctors and malpractices and lawyers and like bad cases when they're posted online on like say Reddit, right? The comments are filled with lawyers and doctors calling them shit because that's their true opinion. And those are the doctors who are better. But the reason why you can't find those doctors because they're too busy on Reddit commenting on those articles. They're too busy on Reddit commenting on those articles, so you can't find them. They're not working. And all the bad ones are causing malpractice. Oh, man. That's good. That's really good. Oh, shit. Safe button. Mm-hmm. Like, is this really a puzzle? I don't think this is a puzzle. This is just a picture book. It's just a picture book. Like, this is just tedium. This doesn't tease my brain. You know what I mean? Fuck, I got it wrong. Maybe it does tease my brain. Fuck. What the fuck? This is the head. Sorry. Where's your asshole start? There it is. Found your asshole. What? Oops. Okay, so I'm not gonna remember this. I'm gonna be honest with myself and just take a screenshot of this. I won't even lie to myself nor you that I can remember this. It's just too hard. What's this? 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Step 2. Step 3. That room has pills in it. That's the day room, or the storage room. Downstairs, I think. This one is interesting. I'd never seen that symbol before. But that room looks familiar, but I don't know if that's a false memory of mine. False equivalent. That body looks very emaciated. But this device and the head thing, we saw references of it in some of the statement, but I forget where. But it's why they're doing this. So here, they're doing, whatchamacallit? What's that thing again? A lobotomy. They're doing it in here. A lobotomy that then leads to all of this. In the ER, emergency room. Wait, is that ER or does it mean something else? You get the pills for the person and then you do that, okay. I think it's telling me to lobotomize Maria. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh Maria, I'm gonna lobotomize you. Huh. Uh-huh. Nine 47251. I get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not reset. 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 5, 1. Or is it 924571? 924571. 9245 9871. Or is it 714592? 714592. Your numbers don't even exist here, chat. 714592. 714592. Okay. 924571. 924561. UV, you're in a Saw game, but what you have, imagine, okay, that should be the plot of Saw 8 or like 9. It's Saw, but the person who's there is a streamer on Twitch with their Twitch chat. And you get basically this, like you basically get this experience. This is the experience that I get. That's German. So true. Wait, so okay, 1, 2, 3, and here we go. This doesn't matter. This is just background lore, but it is important background lore to see how they got there. The symbol, I don't know what the symbol means, but it's almost like a pupa. That machine, it looks like the machine from the first game, and then the cranium device that then put inside the cranium. Then you read the mind. It's as if you break it open. It's as if they're opening your mind in order to see between realms almost. It's a very fascinating concept. Cool. 924571. How about 947251? 94567 251. 25251 251 94567. Get about 295417. 2954197. Maria, Maria, do you know my number? Maria. Is that a tissue box? Wow. This guy is some high class nut. Jesus Christ. That's a very fancy tissue box. So that makes you wonder, like, oh, should it really be that fancy? Do you really need that high class of a nut? You even played the Saw games, really? I've always wanted to try those, but the Saw games always seem very bad. Strange. Wait a minute. I'm so stupid. That's why I took the screenshot. I'm so stupid. I thought this was already in order. My bad. Sorry. 924571. Sorry. It's not in order yet. 924571. Sorry. That's why the code wasn't working, because the symbols are out of the place. Like, 9 is technically over here. 2 is this. 4 is this. 5 is this. 6, 7 is this. 1 is this. Hey, rooftop. Nice, okay. The note. The images became blurry, melting together. I could no longer tell. Not sure if I can do it, but maybe you can. This will take you to where you need to be, though probably not the way you want to. There's bound to be some pain involved. There always is. What do you mean, rich people don't only do posh wanks? Posh wanks! Yeah, that's a good phrase, chat. That's a really good phrase. Yeah, posh wanks. They wipe it up with like a velvet cloth after. With silk. They don't even use tissue. They nut on like silk handkerchiefs. Then they hand it to their butler to go clean, or their maid. Probably their maid. Maria? Maria, where'd you go? Why did James turn around like that? Where'd she go? Why'd she leave me? Maria. It's written on the map. I'm so mad. Maria. Where could she have gone? I guess there's not really much of a point in staying here. All we can do is go to the rooftop, eh? That's the natural term. It's when you use condoms to nut, because condoms are expensive. That's... I've learned so much, but I didn't want to learn it. I've learned so much. No. Please leave me alone. I'm gonna circle straight for her. Just run. Where'd you go, Maria? Where'd you go? Where could she have gone? Why'd she leave? It makes you wonder why she even left in the first place. Though it also leads there's a surreal element of it. Was she even there at all? Was she even real? Wait a minute. No. Her head hurts. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's a trick though. You can wash the condom every single time. You do that so that you can feel like you're rich every day. I'm gonna veto that decision. You probably shouldn't do that, Chad. All of you shouldn't be doing that. That is. You know how I said like, I won't ban you because you didn't say anything wrong, but like I do disagree with you because of various reasons. It's kind of what I was alluding to. You know what? I don't want to hear about that life hack ever again, okay? I just I don't want to hear about that. It makes me want to vomit, like genuinely. I kind of just want to hurl. That's a one-way. What's that way? May 9th. Rain. Stayed out the window all day. Peaceful. Have here, nothing to do. Still not allowed to go outside. Still raining. Talk with the doctor a little. Would they have saved me if I didn't have a family to feed? I know I'm pathetic and weak. Not everyone can be strong. Rain again. The meds made me sick. Feel sick today. But I'm only better when I'm drugged. And who am I anyway? That's a very difficult question to answer. Actually, very difficult question to answer. Because that is sort of like the question that everyone sort of struggles with. Is like, if you are only normal when you're on your medication, who are you really? Because I think about that a lot. May 12th. Rain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone. But I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so, but they don't have to live in my shoes. It may be selfish, but it's not. But it's what I want. It's too hard like this. It's just too hard. The doctor came in today, said that I'll be released soon. That's time to go home. I should be happy, but I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. It feels like something's about to happen. The last gasp of air before the plunge. But deep down, I know it's too late to turn back. And that too, right? That idea of it's really reminiscent of a suicide note. Like it's very, very much along those lines. Ah! Jesus Christ. So the one thing I'll talk about later. Just watch this. Jesus. Okay, it's not where we want to go. Problem, we have to reload. Why? Because just you can look at the open hole. So that scene was good, really good. I don't know why he was there, but it was interesting. But also, the thing that really stood out to me there, when we got there, do you know what happened when we got there? When he threw us through the wood and the wood exploded, the the wood started to spin really fast. It got kind of like really buggy there. It looked off. Let's yeah, let's just do that again and look at the hole in the rooftop. Maybe it's there. And before we go, I wanna find Maria. I want to see where she is. Maybe she's still here. Maybe she's just waiting. I don't really know. I'm assuming finding Maria is gonna be important. But it does make me wonder, could I have saved Eddie in some way then? Right? Remember when he was vomiting? Could me just waiting there have changed things? I'm not really sure. You know what? I'll do the Maria find after. Maybe she doesn't exist. Or you know what? Let's assume that she died. So what's this? A memory. Okay. You see what I mean by it's hard to know what's the transition point to the next section of the game? So you have to save very often to not miss content. It's my biggest pet peeve of the game. It's very annoying because you don't really know which one is the one you should do to not miss content. Because you only have two choices here. Both of them, before you know, are just as significant as the other. Is it that one or is it this one? You just don't know. Okay, jump scare again. You want to use it with other people, maybe not the best idea, but if you use it yourself, it doesn't matter. Theoretically, just as clean as your PP at washing. I'm going to press X to doubt because of mold. I'm going to say that there's a mold issue. You do that for underwear. You turn it around a few times. That's... You know what's funny about that? I've heard about that trick, right? But I wonder if that actually works. Because that trick should work. But at the same time, now your pants just smell like ass. It's basically the same... washing a sex doll or a Tenga. You're not wrong, but I feel like those were made to be washed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like condom is not meant to be washed. Hiding behind the tree once again, looking at the mother and the daughter about to eat them. Okay, who's the wolf? Don't worry about that. Maybe Maria is back in the room. Maybe she's still there. Maybe she just left for a bit and she's willing to come back. Oh, she's gone for good. Gone for good. I didn't even have to reload. Okay. I'm gonna trust Tenga to have a more washable product that lasts longer between use and isn't weird. Or like isn't bad wash. I'm gonna trust Tenga, you know, with this one. I'm gonna say Tenga knows what they're doing over me. I know it's an appeal to authority, but like it's all I have left to keep my sanity. You know? What an awful room. Laura. Laura. Where are ya? Hey! I love these rooms. So fun to bounce around on the walls. Laura. Are you humming? Laura. And a memory. they wrote something. It's so unclear though. But this is the patient who they presume, I mean, maybe it's my assumption, but presumably the patient who is seeing things. But they all have delusions, so maybe it's not really her, them. Or him. I don't know who it is. Maria. I'm gonna fucking shoot you, Maria. If you pop out like a zombie, I'm gonna shoot you. Laura. Laura.
Laura?
How do you know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big, fat blabbermouth.
Oh, Jesus.
Why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
I just do. What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No. I won't. Please, just... I need to know.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Hey,
Stop lying! Laura, I'm sorry.
James. Jesus.
Fine, don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey!
Let go.
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura,
It's important.
what is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
Don't believe her. James. I think James forgets that children can lie.
You sure this is where you left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here. Laura?
Haha!
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Laura, open this door right now.
What's the magic word?
Laura!
Nope, that's not it. I guess I won't open it.
Get out of here, you brat!
In your dreams, fart face.
Please open the door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See ya, fart face!
Laura! Laura!
Oh god. Oh my god. What in the world is this? Very aggressive from James. He should have realized that was a bad move. What the fuck is this? It has a living vagina mouth. What's interesting too is that I don't really blame Laura, because presumably she's one of the people who are here, right? If they met at the hospital, it means that she herself was a patient. Which means that she herself was always sort of gonna have apprehensions. James should have maybe realized that. There's one thing that I'm noticing about James, he's very callous. The way that he treats people. Just grabbed her arm, just like very much overreacted, yelled. Even if the child had no issues, that's still terrifying for a child to like, deal with, right? So it makes you wonder, why did he do that? It's because he feels like he should, like it feels like he's entitled to know these answers, but it's sort of the realization that people tell you things because they want to help, because they want to tell you, not because you're actually in a title, right? which is a very different circumstance. Like people will always tell you things because you want them to tell you that, not because you actually deserve it in some way, or like you should have it in some way. So it's fascinating to see James go so hard for no reason. How do I kill this thing? Is that it? Like, what do I do? I know you can shoot it from up there. I'm pretty sure you can. But I just can't see it very well. When it drops down, it does a lot of damage. The swinging motion too is kind of annoying. And I don't know if you're supposed to shoot the middle, because the middle has a whole jar in it. But it does have a gaping vagina. Which I feel like I should be shooting. It's interesting that this boss swings its legs to attack you and hangs from the ceiling too. It's a very odd way of looking at it. But with the imagery of the bird cages, that's kind of what this feels like. It feels a lot like somebody stuck in a bird cage and all they really can do is swing with the one thing that like works, right? If that makes sense. Presumably it's somebody who doesn't have control or use of their legs because of some reason. Presumably that's what this is going through. It's scary to think about. And so it's like the only thing that actually works is a swing with your arm to get some leverage to do some damage. We're getting closer. And it feels like a lot of this stuff is, I mean, obviously the enemies are symbolic, because you get that immediately from the leg monster, right? But they're all symbolic of people that have the means to do things by themselves. Whereas this one is like the first time that we've seen something that has no control at all. Which sort of makes me go like, oh god, what does that mean? What does that imply? Or at least very limited control, limited mobility. Please drop down. Oh fuck this. Oh, fuck. Okay, listen, buddy. I don't have time for this. Drink the medicine, drink the water, it'll heal you. Am I glad this game has no fucking stamina? Boom! Oh. I missed again, fuck. Jesus, this is a frustrating boss. It's so annoying to fight. Where you going? Hey, what? And it's only annoying to fight because it is such a wide range, but it's so tanky, and it's not like the gameplay is particularly interesting for the combat. Imagine if you had no ammo to fight this thing too. Imagine how annoying it would be to fight this thing. It is a cool design though, but it doesn't make me go like I want to fight this often. You're just gonna cheese it too. Yeah, that was a very not fun gameplay boss. I love the vagina though. It's interesting. Very ooh. You think it looks more like a mouth though? Yeah, sorry. I'm saying vagina conceptually.
James. James. James.
Yeah, I really wonder what that thing was that we killed. I really, really wonder. There's so many different things to wonder about. Because, like, what was that thing that we killed? And why did the second one not kill us, right? It had the mouth slash, I mean, conceptual, it had the conceptual vagina, which is going to swallow you up and, like, kill you, right? Which is going to do damage to me. Then Mary calls out to us constantly, and now we're in this zone again. This, like, place that we have no clue necessarily where. But it's like, again, it's a dark zone thing. The hospital. And again, the wheelchair is highlighted. And Mary is calling out to us, and it's why. Which is my 3141. 298.9. Initial symptoms, hyperfocus. Current diagnosis, they can be fixed. Recommendation, stop at nothing. No turning back now. It's weird to think of somebody as something that you can fix too. It feels very much project focused. Like you are an object that can be changed and made better. There's a lot of things about this game that make me think, you know? And it's primarily in the ways that it sort of shows you things slowly but surely. And even the addition of the piano here, we know that Mary's favorite thing was playing piano. And she had favorite songs and stuff. It's why I draw the connection to like these two being the same, that Mary was this person. And the reason why the photo you only see her top half is because that's sort of the happy bit. And it's why the monsters are the way that they are, so focused on legs, because, you know, maybe James no longer has the ability to enjoy her legs because she doesn't have legs. So it's like on his mind. It's why everything is so focused around legs. Even the nurses, like, they're really focused around their legs, right? It's feels weird. And even that boss that we just fought, the way it had the arm to swing its lower half. Like, as if none of it was even usable. But even the vagina as a mouth, it's fascinating imagery because it gives this feeling of it'll swallow you up, right? Which is unlike a vagina. A vagina doesn't swallow you up. It's just there. It is just an organ. Well, then I guess it's called a sex organ, but it's just there to be sort of like to just there. It's to exist, not even to be used. Because I don't want to say that it should be there to be used, because then you wouldn't say the same about the penis. But primarily more because it's sort of it diminishes and it dehumanizes the people that have these things, right? So you don't ever want to do that. But primarily you can use it and it makes you feel good. But in a healthy relationship it'd be a union of both sides, right? But with a mouth, that idea of you being swallowed up by it, it's almost uncontrollable. Because with a mouth you assume a stomach as if it hungers, right? This idea of wanting becomes into play, and it's like, is that really true? Not really. It's not like it actually wants it. It's not like anyone with a vagina wants sex. They just happen to have a. Those are two separate concerns, right? But then change it to a mouth. It's like, oh, it hungers. It'll eat you, swallow you whole. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting game. I kind of love this game. But that's all I can stomach for now. Because I too need to fill my mouth with some beautiful meat. So yeah, that's it for Silent Hill 2. Again, we're getting deeper and deeper in this game, and I love exactly how we're getting deeper, and I love how complicated it's getting. But you can see some flaws with the game here and there as you play through it, especially with the way that you go through these combat sequences. It's very annoying to deal with. Like, that boss wasn't fun. It was just a lot of waiting for time and trying to get the right angle to shoot. But if you didn't have enough ammo, it'd be waiting for time, getting the right angle to swing. But you saw how I cheesed it, right? You get within a certain range, it always does the spin attack. So you'd go and swing. Like, it's just a turn-based game. There's not really much to the combat, to the point where I never really want to go through it. It's not really complex. All you really have is his dash, which doesn't really change much. And that's it. And the most dynamism that I've seen is from the nurses who grab your weapon to swing back at you. Which I feel like that has to be symbolic in some way too, but I'm not really sure. Because they're the only enemies so far that use their hand. Obviously, they're the only ones with hands, but they use it to grab your weapon and throw you aside. And then swing back at you to fight back almost, so. Good game, but this is going to take a lot longer to finish. Thankfully, this is the only focus left for the entire month, so. I'm really afraid to learn about what's next.